welcome. Today we're going to be talking about Jordan Henderson, and I'm going to dedicate this show to my good brother Jordan, to his late cousin, um, sadly passed away. I'm going to dedicate this video and let's show strength to Jordan, give him the strength that he needs to get through this sad time. Big up, Jordan. How you doing, bro? I know it's a silly question, but
Yeah,
okay,
guys.
bro?
Yeah.
So we're going to be talking about Jordan Henderson. I'm going to ask you first, Toto. What's your thoughts on Jordan Henderson? What he's achieved at Liverpool, and what do you think of him leaving? What's your opinion on him leaving to Saudi Arabia?
Yeah, before I get into Henderson, RIP, man. RIP. Jordan, hope you're doing well. Hope you're pushing through this bad time. But look, RIP, man. Well, look, man. Getting to this Henderson thing. Do I really care if he's gone Saudi? I don't really care. I'm going to keep it real with you. And but look, Henderson, he was a leader. To me, I think he's underrated. He was a leader. With multiple trophies, FA Cups, he's won Champions League with us. When he's actually in the lineup, he's a good leader. That's why it actually hurt me a little bit, because he's our captain and he's left. So, and he's the one that's been with us for ages. But look, man, Henderson, he's going to Saudi Arabia. Let's see how he does over there. Saudi Arabia's basically taken all the players, to be honest.
Yeah.
They took Ronaldo. That was last year. They're taking Kante and N'Golo Kante. They're taking all the class players that come from big Premier League clubs now to the Saudi League. Like clubs like Al Atifaki, they can't really spend like over a certain amount. That's what I only offered 15 million to Henderson, but he's actually going there now. But he's only offered like a small amount of money to Henderson, despite all the other clubs like Al Hilal. He offered about 300 million for Mbappe, which Mbappe rejected. So it's good that he didn't go Saudi League. That would have just ruined football. But yeah, he rejected the move there. But look how much money them Saudi clubs are offering.
Yeah.
So some of the Saudi clubs. But look, do I care if Henderson's gone Saudi? No, I don't. I just focus on what he's done for the club. He's done a lot for the club, on multiple trophies, and he's an underrated footballer and he's a good captain.
Yeah, with the Jordan Henderson thing, look, he put his name out there. Yeah, he said he stood up for the LGBT community. He put his name out there. Nobody told him to. He represented the LGBT. He was up for that, about human rights and all the but the thing about it, right? Once you put your name down for something like that with the LGBT, you've got to follow it through in my book. Look, I'm not criticizing Jordan. He's been a great captain for Liverpool. Great captain. He took the banner off Steven Gerrard in 2015 when Gerrard retired. And he ran with it, and he was a great captain. He was a good captain for England as well. He was a good leader for, not a captain, but he was a good leader for England, especially in the Euros. Remember when he shouted at Saka and he shouted, "Come on, lads." He's been a good servant for Liverpool and a great leader for England. But I'm going to go back to my point. When you stand up for something like the LGBT community, right, and you're representing them, and then suddenly someone offers you £700,000 a week, right, and say, "Look, come to our club," and then you just snap it up like that, yeah. You just got to think about stuff like that. There's a lot of people out there going to look at him and think, "Look, you've been a great captain, but you might be kind of a fraud." I'm not calling him a fraud, but that's what a lot of people are going to think. Because it's just like me saying, "I don't believe in this, I don't believe in that," what's going on in Saudi Arabia about the human rights, about women's rights, LGBT community, and you put your name out there and you got a platform like Jordan Henderson. and say, look, I don't believe in all that. And suddenly someone comes along and says, look, there's 700,000 a week. And then you take it. They didn't think about it. He just snapped it up and took it. And that was it. He was training with the Liverpool team. He was getting ready to train with the Liverpool team. And he suddenly just dusted with the 700,000 a week. That kind of calls stuff into question. Look, there's a statement here of Liverpool LGBT fan group that said, Henderson has captained the Reds since Gerrard's departure in 2015, and during that time has fought a number of campaigns, including aligning himself with an ambassador for LGBT supporters in European football. So it's not just in English football. He's done it in European football. He's put his name out there, and he's put his name to them causes. And the news emerged that offered him 700,000 a week contract offer to the Saudi Arabia. The group were vocal in their stance that the captain should avoid the Gulf states, given the homosexuality is illegal in Saudi Arabia. And he knew this. He knew this, but he still took the money. That's what makes me think, right, you've been a great captain, Jordan Henderson. You've won multiple trophies for Liverpool, and I'll always be grateful to Jordan Henderson for captaining Liverpool and being a great captain, one of the best captains this club has ever produced. I can even stand off some of the stuff he won. Premier League, first Premier League he won in 30 years, right? He won the Super Cup, he won the FA Cup, 2 League Cups, UEFA Cup, FIFA World Cup. You know, not many players can say they've done that as a captain. Not many players, and he's done that. And all of a sudden, you know, he just suddenly takes the money and just disappears. And he does he done a 3-minute video on YouTube, a 3-minute video, which I watched and I thought a little bit cheesy. I'm not going to come out here. I'm just not going to be fake and say to everybody, at the end of the day, Jordan, you're a brilliant person, which he probably is. You can't do no wrong, Jordan Henderson. You're going to Saudi Arabia, no problem, Jordan Henderson. But what about the people that he represented, like the LGBT community? He represented them. And he's just suddenly gone, right, I'm going over there. Everything I've said before about the LGBT community that I've represented, he knows it's illegal over there to be gay, but he's still going over there because of damn good £700,000. It's not like he's on £10 an hour at Liverpool. You know, he's not on minimum wage. He's on decent money, and I'm sure Klopp would have probably offered him another contract, you know, to be there. He could have been a perfect ambassador, a perfect leader for the new guys coming into Liverpool, the new crop of players coming into Liverpool. These young guns, these like people like McAllister, people like Salabas-Line, I botched his name, I don't care. But these new players, and look like Latvia as well. Latvia looks like he's coming to Liverpool as well. He could have been an ambassador for them to help bring him into Liverpool, but he's dusted. But the thing about it, yeah, if Finger would have been still there, what's his name? He's gone to Brighton, I keep forgetting his name. If Milner would have been there and Henderson would have left, that's what I would have preferred anyway. If Milner would have been there and Henderson would have left, I would have thought, you know what? All right, he's gone, whatever. But we've got no lead. Well, we've got a leader. To me, Van Dijk could be a good leader temporarily until what's his name? Trent. Until Trent gets up there. But what I'm saying is, there seems like there's some fakeness in this. You know, you're coming out and you say, yeah, I support LGBT community. I represent that. I don't believe what happens over there. It shouldn't be like that. I'm going to fight your cause. I'm going to fight your corner. I'm going to fight your corner all the way. And soon as someone goes, ding, 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 here comes the money, 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 money. Boom, he's gone. You know what I mean? Walk on. But at the end of the day, he's going. He's gone. He's doing his medical. And he's been a great captain for us. One of the best. I will miss him. I will miss Jordan Henderson. And that's just the way it's going to be, you know. So that's how I think about that. Anything more to add, Salzo? You don't have to speak if you don't want to, you know, Jordan. You speak if you want to, you, bro.
But look, man, if I was gonna add anything to Henderson,
Yeah.
I think you said it all, Sola. I've said my piece. You said your part. I think you said it all about LGBTQ and everything. To me, I just don't care if he's gone Saudi or not. I don't care where he goes, but the LGBTQ community is a vital thing that he's actually committed to. He's committed to it. So that's a vital thing for him. But overall, if I'm going to focus on his achievement at the club, he's done great for the club. But the only downfall what he's done is about LGBTQ community, what he's committed to. But I'm just looking at the club side of things. But of course, that's important as well. But yeah.
This is what I'm saying. Now, I was going to talk about, it looks like we're going to get Latvia, by the looks of it. Liverpool as putting a bid for 42.5 million with 2.5 million add-ons, which will bring the package up to 45 million pounds, not euros, but pounds. So, do you think we're taking a gamble on that, bro?
What? I didn't catch that because my audio went a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, he's one of the best captains. I agree.
Yeah.
100%. 100%. I never doubted that, Uncle Rods. Never did. Never doubted that he was one of the best captains. I've always said that one of the best captains that Liverpool's ever produced. If you was here at the beginning, you would have saw. I'm not sure if he was here at the beginning. Well, I said that he's one of the best captains I've ever had. The only thing I've got something a gripe about is when he was talking about the LGBT, and then suddenly he just got over there. That's the only thing I'm talking about. But you can come and join if you want, Uncle Rods. It's the link's there. Toto just put the link in the chat. But yeah, I just think it's a bit,
He's a bit funny, isn't it?
Yeah, it just doesn't sit right with me. That's all. I'm not saying that doesn't take away how great of a captain he was.
He's a great captain.
He's a brilliant captain, brilliant leader, good for the dressing room. But that just, there's always that thing in my head. It's just never going to go away. But it looks like we're talking to the Latvia again. It looks like we're going for him again, Romeo Latvia, and it's 45 million. This is come from Fabrizio Romano, and he said Liverpool need to be fast because Chelsea are still interested in Latvia. What do you think, Toto? On what do you think?
Yeah, Latvia. Look, he will be a good asset to our club. He'll be a good asset to our club, but again, he's under 21. He's 19 years of age, I think. 19, 20. He played for the main team for Southampton, but he's still under 21. But look, Latvia, he'll be a really good asset to our club. I think he'll be good in that DM spot because he's a defensive-minded player, but he can look like he can skill up. He can skill a bit. He can attack a bit. So maybe not defensive-minded, but he is a DM, and that's the only position that he plays, as far as I know of. Because, of course, we play a false nine role or play a striker role, maybe have that rotation between Gakpo and Nunes, and also have that DM spot as a false nine. So, but look, my opinion on Latvia, I haven't seen him play. Because I'm not going to come out and pretend
I haven't really seen him play either. That's what I'm asking you, because I haven't really seen him play.
I saw a couple clips of him. He does look like a decent player.
How old is he?
I think 19, 20. 19 between 20. So
he's a little bit young for a DM.
Again,
for Liverpool still.
He's still. I just don't know because we're signing players like McAllister. He's experienced. Szoboszlai is experienced. Flacco was experienced, but he's left. He's gone to Al Ittihad. I think we've got a good forward. We've got experienced forwards. We've got a little bit under-experienced midfield because we've got likes of Curtis Jones. He's been there ages, so you can say he's experienced, but you can say Curtis Jones' experience.
No, he's I don't know about experience.
I don't know because he's 22, 21, isn't he? So
Yeah.
again, we got a young midfield, but I just don't know about Latvia. If we get him, any DM will do. Not any DM, but I think Latvia could be a good asset for our club.
Nice word, Stefano.
Yeah, good one, man.
So, yeah, we'll see how it goes. The deal ain't done yet, but I still think if we get a DM, I still think we need another defender. You know, like, look, I looked at them preseason games, yeah, and Matip doesn't look good at all. He does not look good.
Mm.
You know, he can't be starting. He can't be a fill-in. Not really. Got to be the third choice. Matip, he looked a bit dodgy in that game. I know it's pre-season, but our defense still looks a bit leaky. If you watch them 2 matches, yeah, I'll watch them both. I've done a watch along on my channel.
Our attack is good, but defense is just.
Our defense still looks shaky. It still looks shaky, and I think we need another defender. Another one.
Sure.
Yeah. But
And
we'll
that's
see what
a good
happens.
shout.
Oh God, definitely.
But again, I think we're not going to go to a 3-2-2-3. That's not Klopp's system. We'll be all over the place. So 4-3-3 is a solid and recommending the best option. But I think we need a centre back like Ignacio from Sporting SP, Sporting CP, whatever. He's from Sporting, left-footed centre back, and that's what we need at the moment. Because Van Dijk's a left-footed centre back, and he could be the Van Dijk filling option.
Van Dijk could get injured anytime.
That's what I'm saying.
I'll be shocked. I'll be shocked if Van Dijk isn't injured by Christmas. We need another centre back. If we get just say we get Latvia, right? We got Latvia as a DM, which I think he might be a little bit young, but we get him as a DM. We're getting another defender, and I think we might be all right. We got a good strike force. We got to pick a strikers, man. Pick a strikers.
Oh yeah.
Big up, Ravi. Welcome to the
big up,
video.
Man. Always
welcome,
here.
Man. Always. I love your loyalty, man. Always here. Love it. Remember to like that video, man. Like it, smash the like button or share. Yeah, it says Sporting low key our quality team.
They are. They are a quality team in the Portugal league. They are a quality team.
We've got Finger next, haven't we? We've got Leicester. That's going to be in it's going to be Korea. It's in Korea, isn't it? Is it Korea or Singapore?
Singapore.
Yeah, that's going to be on Sunday.
We've got 3 more pre-season matches to go.
Yeah, is that going to be on Sunday? Big up Bayesian Reds, man.
Yeah, big up, man.
Solo, total. You need to check a defender from Sporting called Diamond D. He's certified. I'll check it out in a minute, bro. Big up Bayesian Reds, man. Big up.
Yeah, man.
I ain't seen you in a while. It's nice to see you, man. I saw your videos. I saw your shorts on YouTube.
Yeah,
in Barbados now. I've got uncle in Barbados, by the way. I got uncle in Barbados. I got one in Trinidad as well. So 10 o'clock kickoff in the morning, Leicester. So it's tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow?
No, it's not tomorrow morning. I thought they played on Sunday.
Yes, it's Sunday. It's Sunday.
Yeah, it's Sunday. So it's going to be on the Grand Prix day. The Grand Prix day.
Oh, man.
You know what I mean? The Grand Prix day, man. Spa. It's going to be on the race day.
What
time
on Sunday? 10 o'clock? Yeah, it's 10 a.m. in the morning.
It doesn't matter. It's going to interrupt. Yeah, it's going to interrupt. 10 o'clock. Oh, that's all right. Because Spa, the race is at 2 o'clock. So it's not going to clash. So
then Wednesday, 12:30. That's all right.
But yeah, man, you should go and check out Bayesian Bars. Look at his Bayesian Reds. Check out his shorts. He's in Barbados. He's done a tribute, like a short video on Jordan Henderson, saying he's been a good captain. Yeah, he's been a good captain. Bayesian Reds. What? The only problem I've got, the only one problem I've got, there's Uncle Rods. The only problems I've got by Asian Reg, he's been one of the best captains in Liverpool, and I respect him all the way.
What's going on, Rog?
Trust me, right? The only problem I've got is the LGBT thing that he stood for, and now he's gone over there for 700,000. That's the only thing. Big up. I forgot your name now. It's been that long. Uncle Rog. Big up, man.
Well, go on.
Oh, go on, man.
You good?
Yeah, man, I'm good, man. I just finished the gym. I was at the gym today, man. I'm doing some workouts. I've been in the gym for about 2 weeks when I had to go back today. Felt a bit stiff.
That's I need to get there. I need to get there myself at one time, man. Seriously,
You know,
my
once you
gut's
go
getting
there,
too big.
you know, once you step through that door, though, because I've been in about 2 weeks. But you know, when you step through that door, that's it.
Yeah.
That's what one time, and that's it. That's it then. Once you step.
Yeah,
through
it
that
is. You know that's it.
Trust me.
You once you get back to and you have that first session, and then you want to go back. You want to go back. You know what I mean? It's just repetitive after that still, and it's good still. But there's a new gym that I see that I might go to and think that. So I might just give that a try still. You know what I mean? You know, it's
Yeah. So how you been, man?
Yeah.
How you did you do a Jordan video today? Did you?
No, I didn't do a Jordan video per se. I'm gonna save that till sort of like till sort of like Saturday night. You know, I'm the panel debate show. It's gonna be like a Jordan Henderson special. But like today, I touched on it. I just touched on that, and I touched on the Lavia thing still, and just talking about that and really. But I didn't really sort of like go into depth with the Jordan Henderson thing. I mean, to be honest, now I'm gonna miss the fella. I just think at the day, sort of like you're gonna miss him in it because he's one of the best captain. He's one of the best captains of the day, and one of my best moments at the end of the day with Jordan Henderson is when he stuck it on Diego Costa. He stuck it on him. You know what I mean? Because Diego Costa because he was playing Chelsea, and Diego Costa trying to big up his chest and everything. He tried to move to man. Listen, he tried to move to man, and then Jordan turned around and gave him one stare in the flat, and trust me, he didn't want it. He did not want it.
He's a bully.
He just said,
he's a bully.
Yeah, but
he would.
Yeah, that's one of those guys. But Jordan Henderson at the day, sort of like, you know, for the service that he's given to Liverpool for these last 12 years at the day.
Oh yeah, respect always.
Yeah, you words cannot sort of like describe his dedication and his drive at the day to be the best player. You know what I mean? To be the best captain.
Yeah.
He was just quality. He was just quality all over. I mean, you're gonna have the people about the LGBT community and stuff and
that's the only thing. But just, you know, apart from that, you know, he's been a great captain.
To me, I've got a different view. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right. My view is that you do what you do. You don't want to do with your life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's cheating for that. Personally, me and they, I don't believe in that stuff. That's me. I don't believe in that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, Jordan Henderson at the day, sort of like, you know, did his thing at the day, and people got to realize what it's like in Saudi. Over there, them countries, they're saying at the day, like, what you do behind closed doors at the day is your own business. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's your own business. But open affections of that nature, they're not going to stand. They don't want it. But if you're doing what you're doing in your house, behind closed doors, they got no problem with it. You know what I mean? They're not going to be out there sort of like, you know, yeah, it's not like, that's what I'm trying to say. It's not like the gay police, you know what I mean? Nothing like that.
Yeah.
It's just basically saying that they open affections of homosexuality. We don't stand for that. We don't like that. We don't believe in that. But however, whatever you do in your house behind closed doors and everything, that's your business. And I think that's what it should be like anyway. Even like in a way to say, well, look, right, whatever you do in your own house and everything that's your business. You know what I mean? Yeah. No, me ain't gonna say shit about that. You know what I mean? But like, but open affection, and you got to think about the fact that there's a lot of people in in life at the end of the day may not subscribe to what you subscribe to.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I'm a sort of person today, right? As long as it's not around me, I don't mind. It doesn't bother me. Do you know what I mean? Because you do you and I'll do me. Do you know what I mean? So I just think that they're giving Jordan Henderson a bit of a hard time and everything. That I just don't want to smudge his
Nah, he's not gonna. No, he's not gonna do that with his career. His career was too long.
Yeah, you understand what I'm saying? I don't want to smudge it. You know what I mean?
It's only selective part of the community are kind of slating him. But my opinion, I'm glad that he was Liverpool captain. He's one of the best captains ever had.
Oh,
I've got nothing against what he ever done. The only thing I've just got that little thing is what he stood for, and then now he's gone over there. But at the end of the day, that's his business. At the end of the day, that's the only gripe I've got. Apart from that, I'm not going to besmirk him. He's been a brilliant captain for us, and he's well respected in my book. So you're not going to get no trolling from me. But at the end of the day,
no. Yeah, he's what it is. I mean, he's just brilliant. He's just, to me, at the end of the day, he's just brilliant. And one of the times there's one time at the end of the day, I got a lump in my throat. I got a big lump in my throat. Is when the
video was alright, but you know,
and they just
I wish you would have a proper send off like Firmino.
Do you remember that? Do you remember when we won the Champions League final? Yeah. Won the Champions League.
He was crying.
And when he was crying with his dad. When he sees his dad.
That got me,
That got, brother, that gets me, That caught me. The next one was with Klopp. Yo, that caught me, man. I don't care.
Big man was crying, They got, what you about, man? What you about? Trust me.
Yo.
Jump in the throat, man.
Because I think what they said today, like, sorry to cut across you. What they said today on Coppage, and they say, like, what it was with the one with Klopp, he was going around congratulating, hugging everybody after the final, hugging everybody. And he didn't realise that the day that Jordan Henderson was there. And as soon as he realised Jordan Henderson was there, and they both hugged each other, and they was crying, you know what I mean? Supermore, that's why it's not that. Supermore's bad though. Supermore's wicked, man. Especially if you're tasting the ginger Supermore, the ginger beer Supermore. Listen, taste that, man. Oh, mate, stop it, though. But yeah, he's given us many of moments at the day that just, to me, at the day, that cannot be replaced. They just cannot be replaced. The moments that Jordan Henderson's given to us. When the time he come into the club, as a young boy, he came into the club, and he's kind of like, he worked and worked. Whenever we were slating him, he worked harder and harder to sort of like, be the player in the day that he is. And long may his memory last. You know what I mean? He's just unbelievable.
12 man. 12 man.
He's on mute, isn't he?
Why is he on mute?
He's up on mute.
Yeah, he's on mute.
Yeah, he's on mute. Yeah, but what do you think? You think we're going to get we'll talk about Latvia now. What do you think? It looks like that deal's going to be done soon.
Yeah, I reckon it's going to be done. I reckon it's going.
45 million now, included add-ons. Now it's 42 million, and they've added some add-ons, so it comes to 45 million pounds.
Yeah, they'll take that.
They're going to
take that.
So
they'll take that. Yeah, they'll take that, wouldn't they?
What do you reckon? What do you think? Because I've never really watched him play now, to be fair.
No, neither.
He's actually quite good for his age and everything. And the things about it with him, he's 19, was pushing on 20. He could only get better. You know what I'm saying? He can only get better from what for the standard of what he is now. And if you ask any Southampton fan, they all said it, and they felt so for Latvia because he was the best one in the team, and nobody else was like, could match him. Do you know what I mean? So basically, and he was doing it all on his own. Do you know what I mean? He's a very good player. Like, he's tenacious. He's got pace. You know what I mean? Well, Major Red. Major Red to the island, man. Do you know what I mean? But like, yeah, man. Listen, I got a friend of mine in Jamaica at the moment. Still, Yeah, but yeah, Latvia's a good player. He's a good player. He's just what we need. He's just what we need because he can only get better. And the thing is about it, I think like he's a person. He's already said it. That he goes, he wants to work with Klopp. You know what I mean? He wants to come and play at
That's what it
Liverpool.
is. It's Klopp in it because I think there's a lot of people saying our Klopp out and all that. Yeah, but once we lose Klopp, we're going to lose the rep. All right, we got Liverpool reputation, but look, that was like with McAllister. McAllister said he wants to play for Klopp. There's certain players won't play with certain managers. You know, if they've got that reputation, Klopp and Pep, and I'd say probably Mourinho to an extent now. They're the only three managers really, or Arteta. Them four probably got that reputation where they can bring in any player. They got that reputation. Someone like the Man United manager, I'll just call him Professor Xavier. I don't think he's got that same pull.
He hasn't got it.
He ain't got that same pull, and he's still got to prove himself. You know, he's still got to prove himself because they're not looking good in the pre-season. Nor was Arsenal really. People can criticise us, but we haven't lost, have we?
Yeah. The thing is about what people got to realise with Ten Hag and everything that Ten Hag, he was Pep Guardiola's understudy at Bayern Munich. He was his understudy. Do you know what I mean? And then he got his break and everything that to go to Ajax and fair enough at Ajax. He was playing some attacking football and stuff. But remember the day, you know what happened. Remember what happened when they played Tottenham in the semi-finals. Tottenham beat them. Tottenham beat them in the semi-finals. Lucas Moura scored a hat-trick against them. Do you know what I mean? So you know. I think what you're saying is true. I think Arteta, not Arteta, I think Ten Hag has got a lot to prove. He has got a lot to prove. They was all getting hype. Do you remember they was all getting hype at the end of the day? They was really getting hype and above themselves when they beat us 2-1 at their ground. It was getting hype. But what happened when they came to Anfield? We gave them a Mumarathing. We gave them a fucking hiding, man.
You know how I lost my voice, you know. You know what I'm watching that? I love my voice. You know what I love the best, yeah? You know what I love the best, yeah? Is when Thingy scored, what's his name? Nunes scored. Gakpo's probably my favourite player now. But when Nunes scored, I do like Nunes though. When Nunes scored and he was like, you know, I'm here. He looked like he was going, what are you man saying? That's what it looked like. Because when I saw that goal, I thought, yeah.
You know what it is? Do you know what it is? What I liked about the Gappo goal, the second one, is the way that Salah dumping Martinez. Remember what they were saying that day? Martinez, how he's going to bat up Salah, he's going to do this and he's going to do that. And he dumping him, blood. He dumping. Did that work out? Exactly. He dumping him, man. I'm killing it. And then
Salah just smiled. You know what I like about Salah? He just smiled at everybody. Say, see what happens. Can't see him.
But you know, you know, Gappo scored that goal and everything that, and he chipped him. Number one, he's got no right to chip a man from that from the angle. He got no right. And number two, he didn't even look. He just He just tipped it first time. He didn't look.
Because you know what? He's Firmino. Can't you see that? He's Firmino. This is why I like him. He's Firmino, and you know what? He might even be better than Firmino. Not yet, but you know, in the future, he might even be better than Firmino. I was watching a podcast. It was the other day, a Liverpool podcast, and they were saying that that he should be in that false nine, right? It was a big podcast. I'm going to name him Redman. I was watching Redman the other day, and they were all saying about Nunes, maybe Nunes. Then a couple of them said, "Nah, Gakpo looks special. His looks so natural on the ball, no panic. He just gets a ball, boom. See that little goal that he scored the other day when he hit the ball, he swerved it round.
He's just quality. He's quality. But you know what, right? I'll ask you a question there, right?
Yeah.
When you think about it and think that, right? Yeah. The transfers that Jurgen Klopp's done at the day have been decent, though, haven't they? Really, when you think about it.
Yeah.
He has brought in some decent players. Because I mean, look at Gini Wijnaldum. Yeah.
Yeah.
He brought him in. And look at what he done for the team. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And if you come to present day and everything that he's brought people in like Gappo that's gone on a madness. Nunes at the day for his first season and day, right? He still scored. He's lucky bastard.
I was listening to him the other day, you know.
Lucky man. I've seen him twice, you know. think built it twice.
Oh, I love them idea.
No, but yeah. So like, they've done some good transfer. Then when you think about it, and even when you look at
Yeah.
present day, you look at present day like people like Gappo,
Yeah, he has not as
yeah,
many, but he's
Jota.
done his quality.
Yeah,
I agree.
he has done some good ones.
I just want more. I hope. I just think, yeah, if we get, I think Latvia's in the bag. I think we need another defender. That's all. I think if we get another defender, I think we're gonna be challenging.
When you get another CM, when you get another CM,
I don't know. No, I think I'll just get.
I think we need DM, to be honest.
But we are getting.
yeah, because Fabinho might go. Fabinho's probably gonna go, and even if he doesn't go,
they don't want his dogs, man. They don't want his dogs.
yeah, I don't believe it's that though. Come on, it can't be that, can it? It's just stop that. That's laughing,
you know. He's got French bulldogs, hasn't he? And something like that. I don't believe in the dogs or something. Can't take the dogs to the country or something. I don't know why.
Yeah, but if you got two dogs, if you got two French dogs in that, yeah, and like you're a footballer and you go to this country and probably earn about $300 to $350 a week, yeah, right? Yeah. And you got two French dogs in there. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna say, right, you know what? I'll just give them away. And if that I'm gone. You ain't gonna let that and a day not be get you that move you want.
Troops is on my channel, bro.
Stop that.
He was just on my channel. Who's got that?
What, Arsenal troops?
Yeah, man. We're
that's true.
For 5 years, man. Probably a fraud. Fraud account.
Is a fraud account? Yes.
The fraud account, man. He had his picture and everything. He said Troops TV, everything at Troops TV, and he had his picture and everything. But anyway, yeah. So who's that for the fraud account, man?
Yeah,
fraud. Yeah. It's a fraud.
Anyway, yeah. So you would, Uncle Rod, you would probably get another midfielder, centre mid.
Yeah, because I think at the day, if Fabinho leaves and everything that, you probably will need to get another one. You know what I mean? But you know what I would do? I'll go for like a more experienced sort of like, you know what I mean? Experienced midfielder. You know what I mean? Like a DM or something like that. Because there is talk about Gravenberch and everything, but is Gravenberch a DM or is he just like a box to box?
I think he's a midfield. Or he's just a centre mid. But I don't think he's a DM.
Okay. Well, you could have Lavia playing a DM, yeah, and then you got like Gravenberch coming in and thing that obviously as a CM, you know what I mean, as like a playmaker sort of like that. Do you know what I mean? Because all right, some of the midfielders that we got so far, like McAllister, and you got like Szoboszlai.
2 minutes, please. Can you give me 2 minutes? I'm back in a minute. Keep talking.
Yeah.
1 minute.
Yeah.
So the two midfielders, I don't know if you agree with this. Totes, the two midfielders that we got so far that's come in, like McAllister and Szoboszlai, would you say at the end of the day they're more attacking than defensive?
I think Szoboszlai is probably more attacking in my opinion because I think the thing is they're all versatile. I think McAllister is versatile, Szoboszlai, but the thing is I think Szoboszlai is more attacking than McAllister in my opinion because he can play central attacking midfielder. So like if you want any formation change or any tactic change, I think Szoboszlai could fit perfectly in a midfield. Again with Lavia. If you're talking about Lavia, if he's defensive or attacking, I don't know, but he can do a few skills. He can do good dribbles. So Lavia, but he's a DM at the end of the day. So look, I don't know, but if it was him, McAllister, Szoboszlai is more attacking. I think McAllister is more like holding. He can attack as well, but I think he's more of like that midfield role. Szoboszlai, I think, more attacking. He can play like mid or more up behind the strikers.
Yeah, for real. Of course, as well, it could work out this way. If Jurgen Klopp decides to play Conor Bradley, which I think that he should get his chance. If he decides to play him as right back and everything that, right, and then obviously he's going to stick Trent into midfield. We probably don't need another. We probably need just Lavia, and then that's it. We just go into the centre back then, isn't it? Not true.
Mm.
You know, because you still got the likes of Pachetic and Thiago and what's his name? Curtis Jones that's been doing very well as of late. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He got man of the I'm sure he got man of the tournament, didn't he? In the under-21s, didn't he?
Yeah, he did get it.
Yeah. So like, I suppose that if you're looking to push sort of like Trent into midfield and everything that, I suppose you probably just need to get Lavia and then you go back to like a centre back. You know what I mean? I suppose you probably just do something like that still. You know what I mean? But I just don't want to leave ourselves short in midfield. I don't want to be left. You know what I mean? I don't want to be left short in midfield like we was last season. Do you know what I mean? Because that was just like really bad. You know what I mean?
I know, man. It's just because I just want to rebuild, man. I want to be on the top again. I want to at least finish top 4. I want to win Europa Cup and I want to finish top 4. I think we got to win a European trophy. FA Cup will be vital. Carabao as well, but FA Cup, of course, is more like it's more prestige. It's more legendary. So, an FA Cup, Europa Cup will be good for the next season. Just focus on them two, of course. Top 4. But again, even if we don't get top 4, I think Europa Cup will get us automatic qualification to that Champions League. So look, Europa Cup is vital. We need to win Europa Cup. Even if we don't get top 4, we still need to win it. Even if we don't win Europa Cup, top 4, we still need to be getting up there, man. We can't be falling down to 5th, 6th. We can't be in threat of like conference or something like that. We need to be in there top 4. We need to be a solid team. We need to be a solid team next season. And the likes of, I think we got good decent depth in the midfield. We've got McAllister, Sabazalai, we've got Jones, we've got Elliott. Elliott did good in the under-20s. Carvalho, well, I ain't got Carvalho, he's gone to Leipzig. I would have never let him go, in my opinion, because he's still...
No, I would have.
I removed it. It was a troll.
What?
I've just traced that about Troops TV. It was a troll. I just deleted him, so it's all right.
Okay.
That's why I went off there just to check, the address.
Yeah.
I created 2023, and it was a bot, so I just deleted it. So it's all right.
Yeah, fucking.
What was you talking about?
No, we just talk about the the fact of Dave's like bringing in sort of like Lavia and bringing in another CM as well. But I think in the day, well, look, if Conor Bradley at the end of the day gets his chance at the day at right back, which I think he should anyway, because I think in the day he's got the ability to play right back. You know what I mean? If he gets his chance, who this boy here?
Troops TV, back again.
That ain't not Troops TV, blood.
No, it's a video.
It's a video. I just had to show it was a troll.
Oh, see.
Yeah, I just showed you. Anyway.
Yeah. So like I'm saying that, Dave, if we get Conor Bradley, put Conor Bradley at right back, and then obviously you're pushing Trent into midfield. Well, then at the end of the day, all you have to do is get sort of like Lavia and then a centre back. You know what I mean? But if we're not gonna do that, we're gonna need another CM. We're gonna need another CM still. Do you know what I mean?
Gravenberch. You think we could go for him, Gravenberch?
I would go for Gravenberch. I would go for him. I would bring him in. You know what I mean? And like basically,
to be fair, I'm not gonna bullshit here. But these players like Gravenberch, never seen him play football. I only watch the Premier League. People say, "No, he's a good player," but I've never seen him play. Is he a good player? That's what I'm asking you.
I've seen him play. He's decent. Yeah. I mean, I've seen when he's played for Ajax. It's a couple of games, and I haven't watched abundance, but I've seen bits and bobs, and he does look good. And I mean, when you look at people like Bayern Munich, Bayern Munich is not going to bring sort of like Gravenberch into his team in the day. Unless unless he was decent, so he's a decent player, and I think I think under Klopp he will learn a lot more. And plus, he's got his Dutch teammates there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got Dutch team there. He's got Van Dijk there. He's got like Gappo there. Do you know what I mean? So he can gel with them man there still. So it'll work out. It'll work out well. Do you know what I mean? He's in a win-win situation. Put it this way, he gets to work with one of the best managers in the world. Yeah. Plus, at the end of the day, not only does he get to work with one of the best managers in the world, he's also with the yeah. He's also with at the end of the day his international teammates as well, like Virgil van Dijk and Gapper. Do you know what I mean? He's with them. Do you know what I mean? So it's a win-win situation for him to come in, and I think we can get him for about 40, 45 million. Do you know what I mean? Probably 40 million. I reckon we get him for.
You think our owners will pay that though? They're getting Latvia. He's going to be 45.
Yeah, because it's within their price range, though, isn't it? Really, 40 million is in their price range. That's what they like to spend, don't they? Sort of like your 35, 40 to 45 million. That's what I like to spend. Do you know what I mean? I was very surprised that they spent that 60 million on Sabozalai. I was very surprised. Do you know what I mean? But but they was trying to sort of like work out something in the day, but Leipzig wasn't budging. They weren't budging. They were something like, fuck it, let's pay it. Let's just pay the money and done. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. I was saying, this season, who's going to be your best player? Mine at the moment, I don't know what it is. I think we're going to see something special out of Gakpo. You can see the early signs already, and I think we're going to see something special out of Nunes.
Yeah.
I think Nunes is going to come over this season.
My sentiments exactly. And
I've never been this Nunes out. I've never been Nunes out.
No.
I always back Nunes. I say give him a chance.
So I don't understand it. I don't understand why he got so much hate, and I don't understand why so much people was on his back.
Comparing him to Haaland.
Exactly.
When he came to the Premier League, everyone goes, because Haaland went to Man City at the same time. They compared him because Haaland kicked off and he never. They started disrespecting him. They're two different players. Look, Haaland is more like an old school centre forward. He just sits in the box. He's like an old school poacher, isn't it? He's more got more to his game. Nunes has. You won't see Haaland pacing down the flank, but you see Nunes doing that. Haaland's an old school centre forward. Old school. He would have been good in the 90s.
But Haaland, the thing is about what they got to realize at the day, the difference at the end of the day, they got to these people got to realize at the end of the day, right? Is Man City and Liverpool. Man City had a totally different team to us. The thing is about Haaland can sit in a box, and wait for the ball to come.
De Bruyne,
he got Mahrez. He can wait. He can wait for the ball to come to him because he had people like De Bruyne, Bernard Silva, Gundogan, and all that man there and they in midfield and that was giving them a service. He was probably told that you just stay there and I think like right, the ball's gonna come to you. Yeah. The ball's gonna come to you. Like look at our midfield last season. Our midfield arguably at the day was one of the worst midfields at the day we probably had for a long time. Because what it was at the day, our midfield at the day, the pressure took to them, right? And the legs were gone. Literally the legs were gone and everything like that. So there's no runs from midfields and hardly any service from midfield. If you want that ball and everything like that, you have to go and get it yourself. Simply you have to go and get it yourself. Where did Gappa spend most of his time? Coming from deep, didn't he? Coming from deep, getting that ball, switching it out, and then
you're right, man. You're right.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? So he was never going to do this. He's never going to put up the same numbers as Haaland was last season. But however, this season and for that, we get the players in, and we got getting the players in. He's got. Listen, did you see a goal he scored the other day when he took around the goalkeeper?
McAllister, I like him,
He's going to cook,
Did you take that?
He's going to cook, Huh?
I know he's going to cook. Now, did you take that link out the chat, Toto?
I can't take the link because the way you gave me the link, you gave me the link on Twitter. And as soon as I leave Twitter, I leave the call.
Troops is back again.
Oh, man.
Troops is back again. Anyway.
Yeah, just don't let him in. Just don't let him in. You know what I mean?
And you're right, we were set up different last season. Our midfield was absolutely horrendous last season. So obviously when Cyborg RoboCop goes to Man City and he's got Mahrez, He's got flipping Gundogan. He's got flipping De Bruyne. Yeah, and then you've got Grealish and you're probably right. Pep probably said, sit in the middle, we'll throw the ball to you, just header it in. Easy.
Yeah.
Completely set up difference. Completely.
Yeah.
I agree with it, I agree.
But
that's proper facts, that is.
But this season different now because at the day we're starting to get the players in and I think that right. And these are players at the day that's can give you good service in the area. Like what did you see that pass that sort of like McAllister gave Jota the other day and he just hit it first time and the back of the net.
That was that the first match we had, the first pre-season match?
Yeah, first match. Yeah, the first match.
It was right at the end. Yeah, and it was John's second goal, and he fully balled up. Let me tell you something. You know, McAllister, he can hold up that ball. You know, don't let the smile fool you. People think his smile looks soft. He's not soft, man. He's
quality. He's quality. He's quality. That's what I'm trying to say. So really and truly, in the day, right? You get Lavia in, yeah. And then they say that they're gonna play Trent in midfield right?
Yeah, I think they're gonna.
Now it's a midfield that's cooking. That is a midfield that's cooking. Thing is at the day, so like Nunes
that's gonna equal Man City's midfield.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
That's gonna equal it now. Probably better. It's gonna equal it. At least gonna equal it. They've lost Gundogan, and they've lost Mahrez.
Yeah, and they might lose Bernard Silva. Silva might go as well.
You see.
And Silva might go as well. And the thing is, the thing is about it, right? All cops probably do the same to sort of like Nunes is like, you stay up there, we'll find you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because
you mean the RoboCup? You know about RoboCup now?
No. I'm not talking about Nunes now. What Klopp's gonna say to Nunes now?
Yes,
you stay up there now. Trent will find you. McAllister's gonna find you. Lavia's gonna find you. Do you know what I mean? All our midfields will find you.
Can't forget about Gakpo though. You know Gakpo. People say that they might play Gakpo in midfield. Where they going with that one?
Attacking midfielder.
No, they tried it.
No.
They did try it, didn't they? They played him as an 8. And don't be funny.
Attacking midfielder, isn't it?
No. Yeah, he did well, you know. No, sorry, he did well, you know.
He did good there.
I like him.
Yeah, he did good.
You think Klopp's gonna? Yeah, but you think
I don't know because
play him like that when he comes to the Premier League.
I don't know because look.
Hey, is that Callum? No, another troll.
What's going on? What's this troll little business, man?
What's going on, man? What's going on with this troll? He's entertaining. Just let him in, you know. You're gonna say something, troll. All right, see you later then.
Yeah, check him out, man.
Oh no, I'll kick you out. I won't ban him. I'll kick you out.
Yeah. I can help, man. I'm trying not to thing in the dark.
So you think he was good in midfield then?
He was good. That Pacific game that he played, I can't remember who he was against, but that Pacific game he played, he did play well. But I think what it is with Klopp and from that, right? Klopp wants to see how versatile you are. You know what I mean? As a player. So like, if a worst comes to worst and everything that, right? And you have to play that role because somebody gets injured in the game or something like that. You know what I mean? He knows that he can handle it.
You can't leave Gakpo at the game. You can't leave.
No, he's quality.
Yeah, he's quality. Hello.
Sounds like a kid.
Right, I'm gonna ban you. Bye.
But yes.
See you later.
Yeah, but I'm not glad to dog. Yeah, but like, you know, we can have if we get at the end of the day, right, the players at the end of the day that we should get in. I think I even think now, as it is now, and I think that right, we have got a team to win the Europa Cup next season. We have got a team to win the Europa Cup.
I want to win the FA Cup.
No, I think we've got a team to do that as well.
Yeah,
I think we've got a team to do that. You know what I mean? If we sprinkle some more little players in there and think that we can do it. But I know for a fact, definitely got a team. We definitely got a team to win the Europa Cup. That's what I'm trying to say. If we don't win the Europa Cup next season, that'll be a failure to me.
It depends
It
who
would be a
drops out of the
failure.
Champions League. That's what I'm looking at. I'm not saying we're definitely going to win it, but I want to know who's going to drop out of that. The Champions League. That's what I'm looking at. I don't care. I think we get through the group stages. That's not a problem. But when we get to the knockout stages, that's when we're going to start. People from the Champions League might drop out of their groups and come into there, and that's what I want to see. Look, it might be AC Milan. It might even be Barcelona. I doubt it won't be Barcelona.
Yeah, but we've shown that in day sort of like we can deal with these teams. We can beat these teams that are like these teams that are in Champions League, because this is the first season in a long time we haven't been in the Champions League. Yeah, so we know that we can. Yeah, we know that we can beat teams in the Champions League. Look at the season that we nearly done the quad. Remember, we had 100% record in the groups in that group stage. We never lost a game, and we had the group of death. We had AC Milan, which won the title that season. We had Porto and that won the title that season. And who do we have? Did we have Inter Milan as well? No, we had somebody else. We had AC Milan.
Juventus. I know Porto.
No, it wasn't.
Not Porto.
It wasn't. You had
Roma.
Roma's a known.
Roma.
No, it wasn't Roma. We didn't have Roma because they weren't in there that time. We had AC Milan.
I can see.
Oh, Atletico Madrid.
Yeah.
Yeah, Atletico Madrid, and they won. I think they won the La Liga that year as well.
Okay.
So we had bare champions in our group. And that, right? And we won every game. We beat Atletico Madrid home and away. AC Milan home and away.
I want to finish it.
Porto home and away.
That's all.
Do you know what I mean? So really and truly,
yeah. Go on, Karen.
I don't really fear those teams that's coming down, really. To be honest.
Maybe give me Man United. Maybe Man United's going to get kicked out.
Yeah.
You know what? Man United. We'll talk about Man United. Man United got beat the other day, didn't they? They got beat by they beat Arsenal, didn't they? What's going on with Arsenal?
It's shit. That's what it is.
They brought all these players. He doesn't know what he's doing. That last season was still good. He just needed to buy 2 key players. That was it. Going too far.
Rice is a key player, but Havertz no.
Declan Rice, he's still got to prove himself to me. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's all right being good in West Ham. You've got to be good in the big. He's in the big time now. You saw you can hide in West Ham and you can look good in West Ham, and now you're going to be in Arsenal. Yeah, it's a different kettle of fish.
Tell him to sit down, man.
Sporty boy. What's up, Sporty boy? Sporty boy.
What about they talk when they come on in the dog?
Sporty boy. Okay.
Is he on mute?
No, he's not on mute. He's muted. It says on my stream yard that the other person is muted his mic. Oh no, Sporty boy. Your mic's muted. Hello?
Yeah.
That's that's a troll, man. I trolled that brother. I troll, but you can tell, man. You can tell. It's a troll, man. What's wrong with this team? People trying not to think.
I don't know. I don't know what this is. Like, listen, Raz, what it is, when you've got a good thing, and you got a good community, and like we're part of this community.
Yeah.
Raz, man. I haven't spoken to you for ages. Yeah. But it's just nice to speak to you again, It is nice to speak to you again.
With me?
Yeah, to you. It's nice to speak
to you. See, I put to somebody else. Yep, listen,
I'm talking about you.
It's always blessed, man, because you know what it is at the end of the day, right? When you do this thing, when you do this content creating and stuff like that, it shouldn't be hard. It should just be a flow. You just, what I mean? Just be yourself and be a flow. And you're having conversations at the end of the day with people at the end of the day that share the same ideas of what you share and everything that, and you put them together, and and you may have a laugh along the way and stuff like that. But it should never be hard and everything. And I just think some content creators and they make it hard for themselves. Some do, but like
the hardest part is making the thumbnails. That's the hardest part, making the thumbnails. just making the thumbnails. That's the
Yeah, but
hardest part.
what do you use for thumbnails? What do you use?
I use Photoshop.
Canva, man. Canva is the best one, man.
I use Canva as well. I use everything. If I'm
The Canva's the best one.
How much you pay for Canva is
Do
free.
you get templates and that?
Yeah, man. What happened to you?
Yeah, but you can get Photoshop for free. Download it off YouTube. You can
No, but I know you can get Photoshop, but what I'm trying to say, with Canva, all right, Canva at the day you pay like $10.99, yeah. But I'll tell you something of that, it's worth every penny. Because you know what it is. Not only can you sort of like do your thumbnails, you can design T-shirts, you can do Instagram posts, you can do everything. Seriously, look, try it. Just try it, and you see what you can do. Canva, not K, CANVA, Canva. It's very good, man. Trust me. I swear by it. I literally swear by it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I pay my $10.99 a month. You can listen. You can take. Like you get a picture, yeah, and like on Photoshop, right?
Yeah.
You have to like if you want just the image by itself. You don't want a background, just image. Sometimes you have to cut it out and everything that, or it's like a long process. Yeah. With Canva now, so like you got an image. All you got to do is go to edit image.
Oh, I can see
and you go
F1. Yeah.
Yeah, and you can press remove background, and you literally remove the background, yeah, and you just have the picture.
That's what you can do in Photoshop. Yeah, you get a photo, throw it on Photoshop, you click this one like a brush icon, and it says click background, and in the background you can make it transparent. But I can see this. Is it a one-off payment or is it like a subscription?
It's a subscription, but it's worth it.
Yeah.
So trust me.
$10.99.
Yeah, trust me, Solo. Trust me.
Okay,
trust me, Solo. It's worth it.
I think
seriously.
I saw on Canva, Paul. Yeah, there's lots of templates and like stuff.
I'm looking at one as an F1 one.
For your picture.
Formula 1 one.
Yeah.
Formula 1 canvas. It looks good, man.
You can get anything. You can get football templates, F1 templates. Good, you can get them a lot.
That's good.
Seriously, it's quality. I'm telling you. Listen, I'll be lost without. I will be lost without Canva. I've been able at the day to sort of like create so many good like thumbnails at the day. It's just like because even with a thumbnail and everything that right when you do the thumbnail, it literally gives you just the size. Then you know what I mean. Then it just gives you the size and everything that. So like you put the
Photoshop similar, but this looks like it's got more to it. Template. I like that. The template.
Trust me, man. Trust me. Seriously, it's quality. It's proper quality because Jamie Phillips turned me on to it. You know what I mean? He turned me on to it still, and it's good. I swear by it. Literally swear by it. It's really good. You can design it's like flyers. So like you got a function on, and I think that you can make flyers on there. You can just do nuts.
That's good.
It's like there's a canvas. There's one with a woman. You can take her off and put yourself there.
Yeah.
And it's got the text already. Looks really good, Toto.
Yeah. I'm telling you, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I'm gonna go.
No, Toto, get on it.
No, it's good.
I'm telling you, get on it.
I done a video the other day. I done an F1 video the other day, and as soon as I opened this, I ain't even signed in yet. As soon as I opened this, it opened up my review of Formula 1, and the Formula 1 pictures came up. So you can pick. So it's activated. It's trying my stuff. Yeah.
Because what it does in everything, if you do like a thumbnail, it will save it on the first kind of like the first link you get through. Yeah, it will save it, and all you got to do in a day, if you want to use that one and just like obviously change it and that, you just click on it and it'll come up obviously on the thumbnail, and you can just like change it, edit it, take out pictures, swap things around and everything that.
That's the template. For the template.
Yeah, see? I'm telling you, man.
I'm going for that one. I like
telling you.
It does all the work for you.
It's all right. So Toto, get on it.
Yeah.
Remember to come looking for you and tell you Nah, get on it. That's right. It's good. It's very good. It's very good. Once you start using it in a day, right, you'll get addicted to it. It's
Yeah.
really
I
good.
can
'Cause
see it already.
see, the thing is about it, you can do videos of it, like videos of there, like intros for your like your channel and that. Do you know what I mean? You can do intros. You can do. There's so many
I know, man.
things that you can do in it, and what it is, the good thing about Canva is that they're adding more stuff you can do. They're
There's all
adding
the
more
basic
stuff as you
ones.
go along.
There's all the basic templates.
Yeah,
There's everything, man.
So you can click on one of
quality,
them,
man.
yeah, take the picture off, put your picture on, and you can play with the background.
Yeah.
You can do intros as well. Intros, like video
Yeah,
intros.
you can do intros. That's how I've done my
Oh, it
intro.
looks like it's got everything, man. Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
that's it then,
Yeah.
mate. It seems like it's Dolby and it looks like it's Photoshop and Adobe in one, isn't it?
Yeah,
You got
yeah,
to pay
yeah,
for Adobe, yeah.
yeah. It's
I'll
cool.
check it out. What's the files
No,
like
check
that
it out.
come out? What did it come out the files? What's the name? You know the files when you save them?
JPEG.
JPEGs.
Yeah, because what it does, it gives you a choice of PNG or
Oh, yeah,
JPEG, MP4 for obviously your videos and stuff like
Videos.
that. You know what I mean?
That's good.
It's really is good. You know what I mean? Sometimes I get addicted on it. I'll just be like creating all these different stuff that sometimes I don't even use them.
Because
You know
like,
what I
once
mean?
you've got the template, yeah, you just addicted to making all the thumbnails and like scheduling
Yeah.
them and be all more. Look, it looks like it's more organized. To be honest, the Photoshop, I've been using it for years now, and I know like remove background, how to blur out the background, but it seems like with
I
Canva,
think
it
I'm
seems
gonna.
like it's
I
got
think
everything.
my thumbnails are good. Have you seen my thumbnails lately, Evan Gorant? You must have checked out
Huh?
my thumbnails. Have you checked out my thumbnails lately? Look at my recent videos. And my
Yeah, no, I've
thumbnails.
seen some of them. Some look good. They look good.
Yeah.
I take my time with it, you know. I'm taking my time
Yeah.
with thumbnails. But I like to do. I'm like you. I like to do thumbnails. If I know I've got some videos coming up in the next couple of days,
Making
I like
quick.
to get the thumbnails in early so people can see. You know. And I know you
Yeah.
do that on your channel as well. When I look at your channel, I see about
There's
3 or
lots of
4
schedules.
thumbnails. I like that idea.
Yeah.
That's the best way to do it, you know, because people know you can let people know when you're going live.
Because I'll send you I'll WhatsApp you a couple of t-shirts that I designed through this thing. What's it?
Look what he said.
Go on, Rod's better than Vincent Van Gogh.
He's a
I love that you there, Rafi. I love that you
Yeah,
there.
he's funny, man.
Yeah, I love that you guy. I got a lot of love for
He's
him.
got a YouTube channel. He's got a YouTube channel, hasn't
No. He just like he literally supports a lot of people's channels. That's one thing about Ravi. He shows a lot of love at the to people's channels, and he's actually hooked me up with other people and think that say, look, you know, check out this guy and check out this woman and stuff, you know, because she's good, and you know what I mean, you can probably do a collab with her and this and that. Ravi's good, but what I do on WhatsApp, I'll send you a couple of things, t-shirt designs that I've done on Canva, and they got this thing called they got this number one called T-shirt Studio, and basically, and there you just put your design on there on the T-shirt and think that right, and they will print it up for you and everything, and then obviously send it to you. And you know what I mean? You just pay for the T-shirt, which probably all right. Say a T-shirt and they is £10, and it might cost you about £3 for like post and packaging, and obviously send it to you.
Oh,
do you know what I mean?
You can like put your logo and that on there.
Yeah.
I'm getting into it, man. I'm getting into it.
Yeah. It's T-shirt Studio. It's called T-shirt Studio.
Under Canva.
It's very good. Very good.
Have you heard about the Liverpool stadium not going to be finished?
Yeah.
Them workers are lazy. That's why.
No, they need beat. But it's the same with Luton Town, because I got a job at Luton Town stadium, and I mean as a steward and everything like that, but I might be bumped up to sort of like a higher job. I don't know yet. I'll just wait and see.
Yeah.
But they're supposed to be finished at a certain time and everything like that, and it looks like they're not finished because I think the Luton versus Burnley. Is it Burnley?
Because we're away first.
Burnley. Yeah, Luton versus Burnley is their first game of the season, and that's got postponed. Apparently.
See, lucky that we're away. It would have got postponed as well.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? But when's it going to be finished then?
They never said. They just said it's going to be delayed. He won't be there for our second game. You know what? There's this YouTube channel. Have you watched that guy with the drones? He's always flying the drones over Anfield, Mr. Drone.
No, I've seen that, you know.
He does daily updates. He's been doing it for about a year now.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about now. Yeah,
Every time he flew his drone across there. Every time he flew his drone across there. When I used to see him go across there, you saw the workers. There was never enough workers there. You know when he was doing it, and it took a while to put the cladding on the side of the building. It's like you saw it and you think, oh, all they got to do is put the cladding on. And then 2 weeks later, still no cladding on there. And it seemed like they was taking the time. And, you know, with the seats as well. As soon as they took the roof off and the seats were ready to put in, they've been taking a long time just putting the seats in. And I thought, that ain't going to be ready, man. And then the rumours started coming in and say that the stadium weren't going to be ready. I just think
what stadium we're going to use it?
Now, we're going to use our stadium, but that part of the stadium won't be open.
Oh.
You know, when we have our
first how much did it cost to do it then? Was it 80 million or something?
Yeah, but they ain't finished. They're going to start the other side soon, aren't they? They're going to go all the way around, aren't they? They're going to do even the cup as well. The cup will get changed eventually. They're going to add some more seats in the cup as well. So it's going to hold now. When it's finished, this stand, it's going to hold up to 65 or 64,000. And that's a lot, man. And there's more to come as well when they're finished. But Liverpool, Man United's got a big stadium. You know.
Is it Man United about 75,000? Is it Man United 75?
I got 70. You remember back in the day when Ferguson kept adding the seats?
Yeah.
It's like every year there was adding and kept adding and adding and that. But if you actually look at the Man United stadium, I think it looks a bit weird. The shape it looks outdated. I don't like the stadium. It's rotten as well. It's rusted away.
That's what they was hoping, and they sort of like they was going to get that Saudi money, but it didn't even look like they're going to get that Saudi money.
It's gone quiet, hasn't it?
Yeah, but that's what they was hoping that they get the Saudi money because then the Saudis can invest into the club. You know, obviously get the training ground up to scratch and this and that because they got a shit training ground apparently. Their training ground is like not up to standard.
They are.
Right, and they got like a 30-year-old jacuzzi in there, something like that, innit? Yeah. You know what I mean?
That the toilets all blocked up. The stadium's leaking. What's it called again? Gary Neville said it. You know, Gary Neville, die hard, man. You. I think if there was one person, if you could pick a person who was ready from day one since he was born to hate Liverpool, it's Gary Neville. You know.
Yeah.
And same with Carragher. Carragher's bred to. You know, Carragher sport Everton.
Yeah, he was Everton man. Yeah, he's Everton man.
It was about 7, and it was about 7 or 8, and then he switched to Everton.
No, I think it was later than that.
It was later than that.
I think it was later than that. I think probably when he was a teenager.
Yeah, and then he woke up and said, you know what, we're gonna go over to the red side because the only thing with Liverpool and Everton, we've got the whole of Anfield, you've got the whole of Merseyside. Half of them probably support Liverpool, and the other half probably support Everton, and probably in the same family as well. Because Jeevan Gerrard said people in his family supported Everton. Not all of them, but some of them, because it's so close. It's that nifty community, isn't it?
Because what it is in Liverpool and I think that, right, is like when you go into town, right, you walk walk through town and everything that, and you get like 100 yards or something like that, and you're in Everton territory. It's like one of them. It's like but you got to remember the sort. 1 second, brother. 1 second. Give me a minute. Yeah, give me a minute.
Mike's on.
You're 27.
Yeah. I'm eating, don't worry.
You take it then. Take it with you.
I'm eating him. Out of respect, you know, I can't have him not let people know his business.
Yeah.
What do you reckon that one, Ravi? What Ravi said, which players in our midfield can't benefit at times playing a little further forward?
Szoboszlai. I think Szoboszlai definitely. Because
you think he's gonna be a Gerrard? Like that
no. He plays in the 8, so he can play attacking midfielder. So
yeah, Szoboszlai. He could be attacker. I'm muted anyway.
Yeah. Thanks for that. I just had to give my mum something still. Charger. Yeah. So it's just like. Well, what you got? I think the history with Liverpool is the fact that they sort of like it was Everton first, and Liverpool was born out of Everton.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everton was a breakaway club, wasn't it? And obviously, throughout the years, we've done better than Everton.
Same with Tottenham and Arsenal. Tottenham was first.
Well, but yeah, because what it was, Arsenal, South London.
Yeah,
Arsenal,
Originally.
you know what I mean?
I know.
They're South
It's
London.
not West Ham. West Ham, right? He's in East London, but it was in West London back in the day, years and years ago. West Ham,
Right,
it was called West Ham. Then it got moved
Yeah.
to East London.
Yeah.
It says on here, Robbie
Hey,
Fowler
weird,
supports
isn't it?
Everton. I didn't know that. Henderson goodbye message video was scripted, not heartfelt. Oh wow, I thought it was a bit flat. Current LFC players, how can leave Liverpool when in midfield rebuild? I'm pissed. Off at Henderson, FSG. That's what Richard Hutchison said. He said the message was a bit fake, sounded a bit scripted. Yeah, it was scripted. Obviously, it was scripted.
It was a poem, innit? It was a poem, wasn't it?
Yeah, I don't know. When I watched it, I felt like he didn't really put his passion into it. It looked like it was scripted. He's not going to really speak from the heart, is he? You know, he's not going to speak from the heart, not to us. He's just going to put out something just to say goodbye. But like I said, I wish he would have got the goodbye. I wish he would have stayed another season and he would have got the goodbye like Firmino got, the send off like Firmino got and the other lads. That would have been nice.
Yeah,
Send off Gerrard.
Yeah. You're right, because it seems a bit of like, listen, he's been with the club 12 years.
Yeah.
And it just seems like, I don't know, it just seems like a bit of an anticlimax. He's been in the club 12 years and he didn't really get a good send off. Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's like they're not even to say, well, look, right, you know what, at the end of the day, yeah, you know what we're gonna do and everything that, right? Is like before we play our he's going and everything that, but before we play our game, let's give him a testimonial or something like that.
Yeah.
Do something,
Maybe
man.
Maybe they will give him a testimonial down the road. I reckon
I hope so.
They should. They will because they should. He says another one. Man United women rent a rugby ground, Lee Sports Village from the home games. Is that true?
Man United rent rugby ground, Lee Sports Village for home games. Women, you probably do.
I mean, Man United had one of the best grounds in Europe at one time. They just aged in it.
Well, but we listen. There was a time at the day, right? There was a time with Liverpool and for that you couldn't touch us in Europe. You couldn't touch us in the league either.
We are the standard in Europe when it comes to English
course we are.
football. Liverpool are the standard. We're one of the best in the Europe. We're like third in the
Of course
table.
Listen, we've won it.
What's going on?
Huh?
I didn't know Robbie Fowler supported Everton.
Yeah, I did hear something about that.
He's one of my favourite strikers of all time.
Yeah. But you see what it is, and some of these people and they grow up as like Everton sort of like supporters and that, right? But they get their break at Liverpool. Do you know what I mean?
Then they can
and then we say, yeah, you know what? Because there's certain members of Gerrard's family that are Everton supporters. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but he's a Liverpool fan now.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah. He's just Liverpool straight through and through. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. But to me, at the end of the day, sort of like we set the standards in Europe. We've always set the standards in Europe and that. The only teams at the end of the day that's sort of like above us in European cups at the day is AC Milan
and
Real Madrid.
Now with the same as AC, it's
no, AC's got 7, I think. AC's got 7, I think.
I'm sure they're joint with us.
Check it.
Champions League.
AC Milan.
Yeah. I think they've got 7, haven't they?
That's how well, yeah.
We've got 6 of it.
They've got 6?
We've got 6, we have. I'm sure we have 6. We are joint with Bayern Munich. So it's Real Madrid's got 14. Yeah. Let's face it, yeah. When you're in Spain, yeah, you're always going to go in the Champions League if you're Real Madrid. It's harder in the Premier League. It's harder in the Premier League. So I don't care about that number. Second is Milan.
AC Milan got 7, yeah.
Yeah, and we're joint third with Bayern Munich. We've got more than Barcelona, we've got more than United. I'm just looking for Arsenal. Let me see. I can see Benfica. I can see Juve.
Stop it, man. Stop it. Stop it. There's no need for that.
Aston Villa, Hamburg, PSV, Celtic,
Nottingham Forest.
Nottingham Forest, Inter, no Chelsea, no.
Listen, listen, I was roughing up with Lee, Gunnar Lee, come my channel. Yeah, Gunnar Lee, come my channel. I was roughing up. I said, yeah, man. Nottingham Forest are a bigger club than Arsenal. He goes, no, they're not. I goes, yeah, man. They've got the European Cup. They won it twice, blood. And they won it in a time when it was harder to sort of like, win it.
Twice, yeah. Champions League twice. Villa. By the way, Villa won the Champions League.
He goes, then he goes to me. He said to me, he goes, we won the FA Cup. He won the FA Cup 13 times, and I said, "Ain't nobody care about that." Hey, listen, you know something, yeah? Know something, right? There's a quick one, right? And this obviously just going off script. Well, off and on, really. I'm looking at the of how many people's died in the last couple of days. Yeah, you've had last week. You had that newsreader. He died.
Oh yeah,
he was 67. Then like the other day, Tony Bennett died, 96. Trevor Francis died. Yeah.
Trevor Francis died.
Yeah, he's dead, man. Died on Monday, man.
The news presenter, the black geezer.
No, Trevor Francis.
The football. Okay.
He played for Nottingham Forest. And he was manager of Birmingham City. He died the other day on Monday. Chris Bart Williams, he died yesterday.
Yeah.
And then you got Sinead O'Connor that died today.
Yeah, O'Connor died. I was at the gym and I got the alert on my phone. Legend died, 56. Got it. She had a lot of problems with mental health. She had a lot of mental health problems. I remember a couple of years ago, I remember Tyson Fury, he had done a video and said, look, he reached out to Sinead O'Connor and he goes, I know what it's like to go through mental health. If you need help, get my number off my agent and I'll contact and I'll help you out. Because and then her son died last year as well. And I think that tipped it. Her son died and I think that tipped it. She was never the same after that. She's been.
How did she die then?
I don't know if it said, but the people say the rumors coming out is mental health. But I know she's suffering from mental health really bad.
Right. Yeah. But because she got ordained, didn't she? She got ordained as a priest or something like that.
What a voice, man! What a voice.
Oh yeah, she made one of the sort of like one of the most memorable, one of the best tunes of our area. I remember that tune come out. Nothing Compares to You. That come out in and that come out in 1990. And I remember when that come out. Like everybody was singing that tune. Everybody liked that tune. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, and it's basically one of the number one tunes of all time. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
you get me? So it's horrible though. It's not good.
Thoughts on Liverpool in away games against the low block teams. He's on about the Europa Cup, I guess.
I think we got the players to take care of that now.
Second team played Ben Doak. He looks good.
Oh, he's good. He's quality, isn't he?
Yeah, he's good. He looks quality, man. Who reminds me? When I see him, I'll see a young Wayne Rooney. I don't know why. I don't see him be young. You know when Wayne Rooney first burst onto the scene when he played for England, and then how old was Wayne Rooney when he first started playing for England? Was he about 17, 18? And
17 and a half or something like that.
No fear.
Yeah.
No fear. And I think Ben Doak, I think he's going to be good for Liverpool. Maybe we need to put him on loan, maybe.
So
fuck it. Send him to the first team, man. Fuck that. Fuck that, man. Send him to the first team. No. You're good enough. I mean, some players at the day. I mean, what you just said, that putting players on loan, that is true. Some players at the day, you put them on loan and everything that, and come back. But I think some players in there, you just say, nah, you know what, you're not going on loan. You're good enough for the first team.
Yeah.
Did you see the other day when he come on the other day? He was just literally running at players.
Lethal.
He didn't care. He was literally running at players.
He could replace Salah when Salah leaves.
Yeah, man.
He could be
You
on the
get these
right.
players in now, man.
Yeah, get him in now.
Get him young.
Let him play in the Europa Cup. Yeah, you know the group stages, the block, whatever you call it. Get him in there. Let him play. Not in the knockout stages, just the group stages, and see how he progresses from there.
Yeah.
And then you'll know. But I think he's a good player. I think we got a star in our hands. I couldn't have we had Michael Owen.
Yeah. I tell you what, we've got another guy that I was impressed in, and they played him on the left, and his name's Salmon, and they bought him from Birmingham City. I think they bought him from Birmingham City, and he plays in the academy and everything. That he looks good as well. Played him on the left, young black kid. Plays him on the left and everything, and he's just like Ben Doak. He's got no fear. He just run at you. He just run at you and stuff. You know what I mean? The future of Liverpool, when I look at the academy and everything that, and you look at the people in the academy, the future of the Liverpool is good. It is really bright.
I see Wayne Rooney. Every time I see him, I see Wayne Rooney. When I see a young Wayne Rooney, and if he's half as good as Wayne Rooney, we got a good one on our hands. Because let's face, I know Rooney played for Man United, but Rooney was quality, man. He was.
Yeah, but he made his name. He made his name at Everton.
I know.
He did. Yeah. Remember when he scored that goal against that goal against Arsenal? Because like David Moyes and they literally. Yeah, you remember that? David Moyes literally, and they took a chance and threw him on and said, "That go and do your thing." Because they was drawing, weren't they? It was a 1-1 draw, and Moyes just threw him on and said, "Go and do your thing." And he literally turned man in midfield and everything and just curled it top bin.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And from that, he just got superstar status.
Yeah, and then man,
you know what I mean?
Ferguson knew, man. And it said, "Yeah, we'll have him." Question which players are in midfield. Now he was talking about the league. You know, he's talking about the thing. He was talking about the league.
What, the low block?
Yeah.
I think we got the players for it.
Yeah.
I think we got the players for it now. We got the players for the low block. You know what I mean, that quality that comes from midfield now with Szoboszlai, and you got like and you got McAllister. Then we got Thiago to come back as well. We got Brzezic to come back as well. He's looking hench, you know. He's looking hench, right?
Have you seen the bulk he's put on?
No, isn't it?
See how big he look? I saw him. You know who's got big as well? What's his name? What's his name? I keep forgetting his name. So I'm not good with names, you know. One with the blonde hair. What's his name?
Elliot.
Yeah, he looks big as well, but I saw but he's put some bulk on.
Yeah,
he's ready for war. He's ready for war.
He looks
scared. Because you're not going to bypass me. I want to be midfield as well.
In the DM as well.
Looking at, you know.
Yeah.
You know, maybe not. I might not get no midfield. You know.
I mean, you know that he's thinking it. He's half Serbian. I think he's half Serbian, isn't he?
There you go. There's your answer.
Yeah, he's half Serbian because I think his parents.
You know.
Yeah. Remember that day his parents at the day are Serbian, but he was born in Spain. Because he come out like Celta Vigo. He's got that link. Because he come out of Celta Vigo Academy. He come out of that academy too. You know what I mean? Remember the day, you know, Brzezic at the day was brought for the academy, you know.
I know.
He wasn't brought for the first team.
No, for the academy, and then he got claps for him.
Yeah, and you know what? He's looking hench, blood. He's just looking hench.
We need to hold on to him, you know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The only regret what I thought Klopp's done so far is letting Fingy go Carvalho. I think he should have. He should have played more last season.
Mm.
But I couldn't understand why they brought him, because they know it, and they sort of like they know that like one Carvalho is a 10.
Don't fit into our system.
Yeah, we don't play with a 10.
Mm.
So why did you waste his time in buying him?
And he just
Do you
sat
know what I
there
mean?
the whole of the season. You can see why he wanted to leave, though, innit? You can see why he wanted to leave.
Well, yeah, you can. I totally understand it because he's thinking because remember he said that as well. You know, he said that they sort of like he spoke to Klopp and everything that, and
In a
basically
loan
Klopp was
deal.
saying, yeah, it's a loan deal, but
Yeah,
remember Klopp was saying that yeah, it's a loan deal, but something tells me at the end of the day, right, that he's gonna come back to Liverpool, yeah, next
He'll be a
season,
baller.
and they're gonna find a place for him.
Maybe.
Do you know what I mean? And he'll be a baller. Trust me, he'll be a baller, man. He's quality.
What do you think of that, Uncle Rod? Uncle Rod, that message? That's 100% fact, I guess.
They don't make players like Rooney, Henry, Zidane, Ronaldo,
I'm not putting
Maldini.
Rooney in that category as them. Sorry.
No. If you take out that, Edgar Davids, Van Basten. Ooh, that's some names, man. Seriously.
Yeah.
Rude Hullet. Rude Hullet. Yeah, Rude Hullet. I'd say Marco Van Basten. Yeah, Ronaldinho, Zidane, Henry, R9, Totti. Yeah.
He was a quality player.
Maldini was bad. Yeah, I'd put them all. I would have put Rooney in there though.
Yeah.
That's the top of the top. Rooney just under the top.
Rooney was quality, but not compared to
them. They're like Mount Rushmore. They are. Henry, Zidane, Ronaldinho, R9. Forget it. Just them on their own.
Especially Edgar Davids and everything. He had that midfield. He had the midfield. How to play midfield. He had it down to a T. I remember, and then do you remember Edgar Davids had eye problems, didn't he?
That was before my time. I had Marco Van Basten. My era is more Henry, R9, probably the end of R9. Zidane, Henry, Rooney. Henry to me, I know he played for Arsenal, but Henry's my favourite player. I think the greatest player of all time, even though it wasn't my era, it was more my dad's era. I'd say Maradona. I'd put him on the top there with Pele. They're on the top. But if you're gonna pick anyone else after that, I'm picking Henry. I don't care.
Yeah, he was phenomenal. He was phenomenal. He was phenomenal. He's listen at the day that every time back in them days there when we used to play Arsenal and Henry was in the team, I was like, fuck's sake. You know what I mean? You know, seriously.
I fight that for the right back.
He was such a quality. He's such a quality player. But like, you want to go back and on YouTube and look at some games that they with Van Basten, Hullet, and Rijkaard, and I think that when they used to play for AC Milan, they were ripping up trees.
AC Milan had a super team back then, man.
Oh, fucking hell.
Now, what about that guy we played for? What's his name? We played Shevchenko. He was good as well.
Yeah, Andre Shevchenko.
He was a badass. He was. Even when
Alexander Nesta.
Maldini's a good shout as well, centre back.
Christian Vieri, you know.
Del Piero from Juve.
Yeah, he was heavy.
Trezeguet.
He was heavy as well.
See?
There were some good players. You know what it is today? Always say this, you know.
That era was the best. No, this era now. There's not better than that era. You know, like
no.
That era was the best. This era is nowhere near. Because all you have
look at this though.
Ronaldo and Messi, that's it. Back then, right, every year there was a different Ballon d'Or. Now all you had was Messi, Ronaldo. That killed football. Don't tell me that thing you couldn't have got Ballon d'Or. What's his name for Liverpool?
Van Dijk, isn't it? Is it Van Dijk?
Van Dijk didn't get one, did he?
No, that's what I was saying. Wasn't he up for it? Van Dijk as well?
Yeah, but he was up Messi got it over Ronaldo again.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Thing is, when you Messi fans
Suarez get it. Suarez. When
Messi didn't deserve half his Ballon d'Ors.
You see?
No, he didn't.
They're fixed, man.
Do you know what it is? Do you know what it is? Do you know what it is in them though? You go back in the day, right, to 2005 Champions League final, and look at the AC Milan team. Then you look at the Liverpool team.
Best team
right?
in Europe was.
Yeah, so saying, look at the Liverpool team, and you were thinking that they had no right to win that, you know. You had no right to imagine. Imagine that you got. Imagine Crespo, Shevchenko,
Yeah.
Kaka,
All the best players in the
Maldini,
world. Yeah.
you know,
I know.
Cafu,
Yeah.
Cafu,
I know.
Seedorf as well, you know.
Everybody written us off. That team, that's what I'm saying. That team, yeah. When you looked at that team, they had the best players, they had the best player in the world, the European player in the world. Everything was there. That was the best team in Europe, AC Milan. And us Liverpool just balled up there, yeah, with Gerrard. You know who saved us? You know who saved us? It was Gerrard and the keeper, Polish.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude,
They could do that with a double save.
Yeah, they're the ones that got us through that game. If we take Gerrard out of that team and the keeper, we wouldn't even get to the final. You wouldn't have heard this. Can you hear this now? You wouldn't have heard this, or you wouldn't have heard this. Let me just play this for you. Can you hear it? Yeah.
You can't hear it though.
You can't hear that.
No, I couldn't hear.
Nothing comes up.
Oh man. Hold on. I was playing that goal from the Olympiacos. You know when Gerrard scored that goal.
Yeah. Oh, you beauty!
That's the one. Let me see if I got it on here. Hold on. Can you hear this?
That goal.
Can you hear that? Can you hear that?
No.
I can't hear it though.
Hold on. See my audio. See.
I remember I went to Northampton that day.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
sound better now, don't I?
Yeah.
You see, I was using my webcam mic again, idiot.
Oh my.
Right, I'm gonna get the finger. You're gonna hear it now, by the way. Hopefully you hear it now. I'm gonna play it. Can you hear it?
No.
Hold on. Oh, I'll try this one now. I'll play it now. Ready? Hopefully you hear it. What that
No.
No.
now? No, you can't hear it.
No.
No, I can't. Seriously. So you better give it up, you know.
One more.
That's on one more thing, you know.
Right, and one more time now. If I don't hear, I'm just gonna give up. Ready? You hear it?
No.
No.
Oh, don't worry. Maybe it's StreamYard, but maybe it won't let you. So I've done my output of my mic, and it's still not playing, so it doesn't matter. But I was watching it anyway, yeah. But they're great moments, man. They were great moments. I was a youth then.
Yeah.
I remember watching that with
We
my
had no right to win. We had no right to win that thing, though, either.
Nah, when you look at the fans didn't have no right to be there either. Well,
Yeah.
look at their faces, some of their faces, man. They probably think, oh, we're lucky it's a day out for us. We'll go there, we'll get drunk. It don't matter, we got to the final, but we won.
Yeah.
My brother, I remember my older brother, he said to me when we got to the knockout stages, when we beat Olympiacos, we was already through anyway, but we scored that goal. He said to me, he goes, Liverpool going to win this Champions League, you know. He goes, what? Because I can feel it. Because our team's happy because it don't matter. You've got the heart. Because once Liverpool, I've got that, because my brother, he don't support Liverpool. He says to me, once you've got that heart, yeah, and you've got that heart, that'll carry you through the passion.
Yeah.
He says Liverpool's going to win it, you know. Because you reckon they're going to win it. Because they're the champion, they're the best in Europe, in England. Because they're going to win it.
Yeah. And true, because after that game, and I think that, right?
Yeah.
After that game, we literally coasted through every game, obviously, apart from the Chelsea game, and I think that was one of the hardest ones.
Yeah.
Another hard one it was. And then obviously we got the final, but all the other games before that, you know what I mean, after the famous Olympiacos night, we literally coasted through most of them, do you know what I mean? You know, against sort of like when we beat Leverkusen, didn't we? We beat Leverkusen home and away. We beat them home and away. And Juventus, we beat Juventus, didn't we? Remember we beat Juventus in the quarterfinals? We beat them 2-1 at Anfield,
And they were
And
good
then
at
we
the time as
drew.
well.
Yeah, and we drew nil. Remember, they had Del Piero, didn't they?
Del Piero.
Yeah, they had Del Piero at that time.
there.
Because he played. Because remember, he scored a goal, didn't he? He scored a goal.
Yeah, I like Del Piero. I remember watching him
And-
before.
And then obviously, then it was 0-0 like in Turin and day, and then we just went on from there, didn't we? You know what I mean? And the rest is history, really.
I know, man.
Mm.
He says, "Yeah, there's one for Richardson. Who is going to mentor Romeo Latvia? How many games will he play? I don't know.
He's got a lot of mentors in that team. He's got a lot of people that can mentor him. He's got he got people like Van Dijk and they that would talk to him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And there's still like Thiago as well. Do you know what I mean? He's still in that team. There's still some people in there that will mentor him still. Who do you reckon can become captain now?
I think Van Dijk.
Van Dijk.
I think he's going to be temporarily. He's going to be captain for a couple of years, and I think Trent's going to be. It'll be the second captain.
Like vice captain.
Yeah, the vice captain. He's going to be vice captain because now Trent's in midfield, and I think when Van Dijk leaves Liverpool, which will probably be in the next couple of years, hopefully longer, Trent will take the band. Because I always thought Trent, homegrown, just like Gerrard, is going to come in. They're going to nurture him. He's going to be captain. It's an obvious choice. You're not going to give it to Salah. So he's not going to give it to Salah. Maybe Robinson, maybe. But apart from that, I think Van Dijk's the obvious choice, and I think Van Dijk could be a leader. He could be.
Yeah.
He has to step up. He has to now. We lost Jordan Henderson. He has to step up.
Yeah, he has to do. Yeah.
He has to do.
Yeah. Yeah, he has to stand up. He has to stand up and be counted now, innit? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's key components at the day gone out of that team, and obviously at the day that's all part of a rebuild. At the day, when you lose key components in effect, you should be able to replace them still. But yeah, he's got to stand up and be counted now and say, look, it's time for me to become a leader. Do you know what I mean?
It's time.
Yeah. Wouldn't you pick Andy Robbo though? Wouldn't you pick him?
Yeah, it may be him. That's what I said. Maybe Robinson. Maybe. But my choice is Van Dijk. That's his favourite player. That's Soto's favourite player. That's where he plays in football. He's a centre back.
He's a bad dude. He's a bad dude still.
He's tall as well.
Yeah.
How tall are
you? Yeah.
You're about 6 foot now, isn't it?
6 foot, yeah. About that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man.
Man's 5'7", you know.
Yeah, you trust me. I'm sure you're taller than that now, man. You're 6 foot now. You're not that old either, so you got years to grow. You could get to 6'3".
I know.
Could be Peter Crouch, isn't it?
Peter Crouch.
Oh yeah, Peter Crouch. How tall was Peter Crouch?
About 7 foot, isn't he?
I don't know. Van Dijk's the tallest in our team though, and I think second is Gakpo. Gakpo. When you see Gakpo, you don't realise that he's that tall, you know. Because when I saw
is he tall? Yeah.
Oh, Gakpo's tall. I think he's like 6'3", 6'4".
Seriously?
I think 6'5". I don't know.
No, I don't know what I say. Gakpo, how tall he is.
I'm short.
What about Kanate though? What about Kanate?
Yeah, 6'5", 6'5", just under 6'5", 193. Yeah, 6'4", 6'5", so in between. That's how tall he is.
Serious, man. That's what I'm trying to say. And then you got Kanate is pretty tall as well.
Yeah, we've got some height now. Yeah. He's in between 6'4". 6'4" he is. Well, that's how tall I think Van Dijk's 6'5". Van Dijk is.
Yeah. You know what is it? That's saying it's true what you're saying. We finally got some height in our team because you look at people like Darwin Núñez. He's another tall guy. He's probably about 6 foot.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You know,
Mozzoline's not short. He's a big dude. He's
he's a big dude.
How tall is he?
He must be about 6 foot, isn't he?
Yeah, got to be over 6 foot.
It's got to be me.
Okay, I believe. His height. I reckon he's about 6'3". Yes. Good. Yeah, it was 6'2". 6'2".
Who's that?
Szoboszlai.
Yeah, see?
Also, you got him. So you got Szoboszlai. He's the only one really short one, really. He's we've got Salah and Robbo. But Robbo's good because he's on the wing, isn't he? So he's better to be short on the wing anyway. Salah's on the wing, so they're too short. Yeah. We've got a big squad, man. I think he's short, though, isn't it? McAllister. McAllister's not that tall. I think he's about like 5 foot. Looks about 5'8".
And Thiago's short as well, you know.
Is he?
Yeah, I think he's about 5 foot
He's about
something.
5 foot.
I know he's a short youth. Yeah.
You want to answer that one, guys? Or well, you would know more about that than any one, Gorad. Player manager.
Would you guys like to see a player manager back, and would it work in the modern day? I don't know. I mean, it worked with Kenny. Kenny was good. Do you know what I mean? He has worked out, but I think the game's moved on from that now. Do you know what I mean? You know, and I'm not too sure if that will work really. You know what I mean? I'm 50-50. I'm 50-50. I'm 50-50.
6'1" Gomez. 6'1". So he's tallish. That's tall, 6'1".
Gomez.
Yeah,
but it's shit defender though.
I know he gets injured too easy as well.
Yeah, I don't know. Really.
Player manager, I don't know how that would work today. A player manager.
No, I'm 50-50 on that one. 50-50. I mean,
because I'm scared of the next season. I'm gonna put this one on. I'm scared of next season. Are we going to gel? Young players going to step up, rebuild, crossroad, transition, and future look for is different. I think we're gonna gel. We have to gel. We have to gel. If anyone can make them gel fast, it's Klopp.
Yeah.
No, I have to gel. That's just the way it is. We brought in 2 midfielders. That's it, really. We brought in 2 midfielders. Look, the ones what left, that Naby Keita. Naby Keita never played anyway. Not the last year of his season, really. Ox was on the bench for a year of his career. So they're not going to really make no difference. The only one really is going to make an impact is Fabinho. No, he's Flacco and Jordan Henderson. That's it. Maybe that's it, really. They're the only ones really going to make an impact on the team. So if
he's come back to the club, isn't he? He's come back to the club, isn't he?
Yeah.
Flacco's come back to the club, isn't he? He's come back. He's come back on pre-season.
I heard that Bayern Munich interested, baby. Now he's come back here with his dogs.
Listen, if Bayern Munich get them day right,
yeah,
want Fab, yeah, Flacco, sorry, they want him.
Yeah.
They have to run us something, man. Run us Joshua Kimmich.
Yeah.
Or fucking what's the other one? What's the other name? Pavon. Run us something, man.
Yeah. Give it them too.
Run us something, man. You know what I mean? You ain't getting away with it now.
Nah. I don't think
because they're after Harry Kane, aren't they? But I mean, look at it.
Yeah, I think they'll get him as well. You heard about
how much do want to pay for him?
You know, the Tottenham owner, he said, the Tottenham owner said, right, you either sign a new contract with Tottenham or you go, because you're not going on a free. That's what the owner said to the manager. So you're not going to stay here for another year and then go on a free. You either sign a new contract with us or you go. That's just fair enough.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's it, man. You can't go on a free.
How much does Bayern Munich want to pay for him then?
I don't know. I'm going to check there. Nothing I want to say. I don't think he really spoke much, has he?
Yeah, because remember at the day, they've done the same thing with Mbappe. They said, Mbappe, sign the contract now or not. If you don't go, we're just going to set the first offer that comes in for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We don't care where you go. We don't care where you go. We don't care where you go. You're just going to go. And apparently them Saudi people have offered 259 million for him, haven't they?
For who? Mbappe?
Yeah.
A week.
Jesus.
Stupid.
No,
money, that is.
no. There's a transfer fee. You probably get about 2 million a week.
This was today. Harry Kane. Bayern Munich are increasingly confident that they can sign Tottenham striker this summer. Harry Kane has a year left on his Tottenham contract and could walk away with a free. I don't think so. Bayern Munich had a 60 million bid rejected previously, but they're going to go for him again. I think he's going to go for about 70 million.
Yeah.
70 million. No,
Yeah, definitely.
come on, he's 30. Come on, he's 30 years of age. In the
Yeah.
next couple of years, he's going to be, you know what I mean? He's peaking now. So in the next couple of years,
I think he's
not gonna be
29,
the same,
about
is he?
to reach 30.
Nah, he's 30. He's going to be 30. He's going to be 30 in the next. When was his birthday? He's going to be 30 soon. In the next couple of months. In the next month, going to be 30. That's it, man. Just take the
Yeah,
money
you might
and
just
leave.
go, innit?
Just go, and then you can come back if you want when you're 32 and try and break the record. Then
Yeah. The thing is about the thing that is like Bayern Munich and they on a driving seat and for that because
yeah,
they know and the longer sort of like it takes to do transfer, you know, the more chances of them, you know, them actually getting sort of like Harry Kane because they said, look, they say sign a contract now or just go.
yeah.
Mm.
You know what I
They're
mean?
gonna
So
go for
really
a
and truly,
second
in
bid.
the day, yeah.
I think
So
it's
really
going
and
to be a
truly,
7. Yeah, I think it's going to be 70 million. So yeah, I think the team will be confident to play against us, and team will go toe to toe against Liverpool away. Who?
yeah, at your own peril though. What happens? What happens to teams at the day when they go toe to toe against us? It's never pretty.
Especially at
They always
Anfield.
get battered.
Especially
Isn't
at
it?
Anfield. Look what happened to Man
Yeah,
United last season. Look what happened to Man
yeah. They're
United,
trying
and
to go toe. Listen,
we was at our lowest
imagine.
last season, and we still smashed 7 goals at United.
Mm.
That's funny.
United.
Actually.
Harry
That's funny.
Maguire. Why is he still at the club? Harry Maguire. That's not what he leaves, does he? He's begging. He's like, please don't get rid of me. I don't want to leave. Harry Maguire. Why
The
is he
man's on
still playing
150
football?
minutes.
Why is he still
The
playing
man's on
football?
150 grand a week, you know.
He don't want to leave, man. Why? He should be on 20 grand a week. You know what? I wouldn't even give. He should be on minimum wage. There you go.
Well,
Harry Maguire. He's useless. Useless.
we say 450 pound a week.
I'll give him £10 an hour. That's all he's getting off me. Useless.
We say McDonald's wages.
Yeah, McDonald's wages, man. They should be on more than McDonald's people. They work hard, they do, man. I know a couple of people working McDonald's, you know, and they graft, man. They're like college. Them go to college and that, and like you.
So a man said he's gonna put him on McDonald's wages, you know. What going now? You man are frozen, dog. What going? The bomb book, man. You man are frozen, dog. Yeah. Yeah, man, I'm on a frozen, dog. No, that in there. What is it?
Yo, back. I'm back. Internet problems. Internet problems. We're not done, bro. There was the problems with the internet, and we're back now. I'm going to chat for a little bit longer. You know, if you want to chat about anything, just let us know and we'll talk about it. I'm just sending I'm sending the key to Toto. And you've got like PlayStation or anything like that? A PlayStation. Yeah, big up 12, man. Big up. We was on before, man, but we had internet problems and we kind of went off the air. So just talking about Jordan Henderson and stuff like that about his captaincy. 12 years of being a captain. I would like to hear your opinion on it, really, because you really go into that detailed stuff. You know, give me a second.
You're slowly there.
Yeah. I'm just getting a drink, bro.
All right. Yeah, man. We'll just have some technical
Yeah, I'm
difficulties
just
and all that.
gonna record for another. I'm gonna record for another like 20 minutes, 25 minutes, and then I'm gonna go. Then I'm gonna head off. I'll be back on in a minute. Give me a second.
Yeah. So anyway, man. Well, look, we had some technical difficulties. Just sorting them out. And that. Talf, man. Welcome to the chat room, man. Richard, welcome. Yeah, man. Big up Talf, man. Big up Ravi. Yeah, Ravi's always here, man. Ravi's always here. Richard's sometimes here as well. Big up to all them. Big up to Rods, who was in there moments ago, but we just had some technical difficulties. I had internet problems. I'm not sure what Solo had, but I had internet problems. So yeah, I was turning it on and off, so I couldn't. Just had internet problems. That's all I had. But anyway, guys, if you want to call in, feel free to call in. I don't have the link, but yeah, link's in there if you want to call in. Path man, whoever's in the chat room, you can call in if you want. Just waiting for Solo to come back. Or if you want to call in, it's all in the chat room. Anyway, I'm not the host of this stream, Solo. So if you're destined to come in, Solo, I have to come back then let you in into the panel. Yeah, man, camera's better now. Just had to set it up. It's good now. It's on the stand and everything. So, yeah, it's wait for Solo to come back. All right, Solo. Yeah, 2 minutes. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Yeah, man, about Hendo, man. We were just talking about Hendo earlier. We were just talking about. Yeah, man, Solo. Yeah, go make your tea, man. It's all good. But look, man, earlier we was talking about Hendo. We were talking about random stuff, actually. How our midfield could fit. How Lavia could fit. We're just talking about how it could improve Liverpool's squad. Talking about pre-season. How against Leicester, I think we've got Leicester on Sunday, at Singapore. Then we've got Bayern Munich at Wednesday. Then we've got another German team. I don't know what day, but then we've got another German team. That's it, man. I had everyone in the chat. We're talking to Rod, talking to Jordan. Had a few trolls coming in, but you know, they come and go. But look, when Solo comes back, then we'll talk more in the chat room. So yeah, links in the chat if you want to call him. One minute. Yeah, I'll be on for like another 20 minutes and then I'll go off. I might go off and play FIFA or something like that. So yeah, 20 minutes, I'll be off. About 20 minutes more because we're still talking about Hendo. And if anyone comes in, you've got like 20 minutes to do so. So you can probably extend the video a little bit. Yeah, while Solo's making his tea. Yeah, but I think he'll be back in a minute.
All right.
Right, what's going on, man?
Hey, it's good. I was like, I saw myself come on there, and I was like, and all of a sudden you left. I was like, okay, I guess I'm by myself.
Yeah, I had internet problem. I don't know what Solo had. Probably some technical difficulties connection, but I had internet problems, so I disconnected straight away.
No worries, no problem, no problem.
Solo, you muted.
Yeah. You mute it.
Sorry.
There you go.
See? My internet was down. You know, the colour of the router, it was like a pinky colour. So you had to reset and then I've just come back on again.
Sure.
But it's all good. I wanted to come back on. I was having fun really with Uncle Rods. Coming back on in a minute. So we just want to ask you, I really wanted to get your opinion actually, 12 man, about Jordan Henderson, what it means to you and how do you feel about him leaving officially?
This is what I've said on a bunch of different broadcasts, and I'll just continue to repeat my sentiment because, I believe it would have been nice for Henderson to have gotten the proper honor guard and the righteous, send off in front of the Anfield fans. And because I know for myself, and I'm sure for you too as well, seeing Bobby leave and seeing Milner leave, especially just Bobby though, for me, because Bobby was one of my favorite players of all time. So seeing him leave and seeing him tear up and seeing how much he exemplified it, I felt like, okay, at least he's getting this moment, at least he's getting this real appreciation and being able to, carry that wherever he goes on with his life. He'll at least have that little bit of a moment with him. But, seeing and being that this is the way Henderson's going to leave, it does really not, sit with me the same way You know what I mean? Like as it being proper.
I know. It's like he slipped out the back door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's
That's what we say in
unfortunate.
the UK. When someone just like slips out the back door, you know, is it like with like Gerrard? I thought Gerrard had the best send off, similar to
Yeah.
Firmino's. He had his
Yeah.
kid to say goodbye to the fans. Everyone was all, oh yeah, I got Uncle Rod's. Sorry. He said goodbye to the fans, and I felt like Hendo being there for over 12 years, being a captain for 12 years. I believe that he deserved that send off.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, cause you just said the number alone that just it's amazing because that number alone just sometimes you don't it doesn't you hear a number or you know it's the truth, but it doesn't really register until like you actually hear it out loud. 12 years. It's over a decade of this man being with this club. I mean, that is a significant long period of time in a lot of people's lives, in all of our lives, you know. So you know, there's fans or supporters that have been, you know, that probably like they've been born to this man being our captain, you know, basically, you know, 12, 13, 14-year-olds or 15-year-olds, you know, out there that are just like, you know, growing up on Henderson being the only captain they've ever known in their life for this club. And now that mantle's going to, you know, carry on to another player, and it's going to be an exceptional time for us all.
So, who do you think is going to get the captaincy? I want to ask you this.
Oh yeah, right. I know this is.
I want to ask you because
if you're gonna set booby traps, please tell me about it.
Van Dijk. Mine's Van Dijk.
It's a booby trap.
Honest question, isn't it? Mine's Van Dijk, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I think Van Dijk will probably get it. That's just my opinion. I'm asking you, who do you think is going to get it?
Mine's is Virgil, hands down. I've actually gotten, you know, flack for occasionally calling him our captain before our captain had actually left, but that's only because, you know, Virgil was playing the part of the captain in certain parts when Henderson was hurt or unable to do the duties, and as well as Milner not being a regular starter. Look, there was something that was said and asked, and I said this completely in all honesty. I think that a captain has to be mentally strong. I think a captain has to be an excellent communicator. I think he has to be emotionally disciplined to be able to handle all the rigors of the. You can't like just pop off and start like acting a fool, right? He has to be self-confident, okay, confident in himself and everything else, obviously, and he has to have the respect and appreciation of the players and coaches around him. And the last part and portion of it has to be this: he has to be a good. And this might be something that people might undermine or, you know, undervalue, but he does have to be a good spokesperson on and off the pitch. Look, if there's anything you can say about Henderson, he was a tremendous person, just in general. Yeah. Okay, and not only was he a tremendous person in the sense of like how he carried himself off the pitch. You know, there's often when those cameras are running at the end of the game, even sometimes before the game, but primarily after the game. You know, and they're asking questions about the club or about, you know, certain circumstances about your teammates and everything else. You got to have someone there that can actually get the message across, you know, be able to actually.
I never thought that way.
Be a strong, and this is not anything against someone that's not a natural English speaker, but be a strong English speaker to be able to communicate the message, considering it is the English Premier League. Okay. Those things are important. And be able to feel comfortable in front of the camera. Look, I've heard Allison's name being thrown out there. I've heard Mo's name being thrown out there. I'm not saying that neither one of them aren't exceptional players and exceptional leaders in itself in the locker room. However, you can tell that they don't necessarily like warm to being in front of the camera. You know,
maybe in their own country.
Yeah, and some people are just naturally shy people in essence. You know, or like a little bit more like. You know, I'm not saying that VVD is all about the spotlight, but I'm just saying that he's able to at least.
Confident now.
Yeah, you can see the confidence in that. You ask him a question, he's going to answer it. You know, not something like, "Oh, I can't believe," you know, "Oh, well, I got pushed into this interview" type thing. I think that's important. So,
what about vice captain? What about vice captain? That's another booby trap.
That's an even harder question. That's a harder question.
I'm going with Trent on this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I might go with Robbo or Salah, but for either one of them, I'll go
I
for
can't see
Robbo.
Salah as a captain. I just can't see it to be. That's my opinion.
Right.
Can't see Mo Salah being a captain for Liverpool, and I don't like strikers to be captain either. I'd rather it be a midfielder or maybe a defender, but not a striker. I just want him to focus on scoring goals, nothing else, just scoring goals.
Right. Trent's a good shout. Trent's a good shout, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a really good question. You know what? I've been putting it out there to appease some of the people that have been calling out for Alisson to be the captain, because there's been an enormous amount of people that have been asking for Alisson. And look, this is coming from someone that's played keeper in my life and someone that understands the role of being a captain as well. It's difficult to be a captain and be the goalkeeper, simply because you're not able. Let's say hypothetically something goes down at the other end of the pitch. You know, like if you're the goalkeeper, what are you going to run all the way down to the end of the pitch and confront the referee about a call or about a decision? You know, you just can't do that. You just can't. And then even during the normal game of play, sometimes you'll see players sometimes like kind of like talking to the referee, even though gameplay is still continuing on, you know, just trying to get in their ear and try to get their head out of whatever they're calling or whatever they did just call. Goalkeepers can't normally do those roles. However, I'd be willing to say Vice Captain Alisson. How about that? That'd be my call for that. Just to appease everyone.
Trent.
Go on. Trent.
I'm just saying that they sort of like the natural progression and they would be Trent, because I can understand VVD, because VVD and then they these people from Holland, these Dutch people, and they speak perfect English. They speak better English than you and I.
They learn it in school.
You know what I mean? You know, when I went,
right?
Yeah, seriously, because the times that I went to Holland when I was living in Germany, times I went to Holland, and you didn't have to worry about asking anybody for directions or anything like that, because you knew everybody in there spoke English. Even when you went sort of like, you know, in remote areas in Holland, you knew people spoke English well. So natural progression would be sort of like VVD. But I think the natural progression after that has to be Trent, at then being homegrown and then they sort of like being a scouser. I mean, if he was older, if he's older than what than he is now, I would have said that. And Trent be the sort of like the kind of like captain. But like I think natural progression would be at the day when VVD leaves at the day, right? Then at the day, sort of like Trent takes up the mantra of being sort of like the captain, because at that time he'd be well seasoned, well experienced, and obviously at the day, being a scouser at the day, he knows what the club means. Yeah. Exactly. You know what I mean?
But Gerard,
can I say something? Can I say something maybe a little controversial? Then I think that Curtis Jones has more leadership ability than Trent.
You think Trent is more he looks you think
I don't know if that takes it wrong.
No, I understand. You think Trent looks shy? Is that what you're saying? He looks a bit shy, doesn't he?
He looks like Trent doesn't necessarily look like he's not someone has to be able to understand that the spotlight's going to be on you. They're going to be asking you tough questions. They're going to like really look for you to, you know.
He can learn. Sorry to cut across you.
David Beckham was a captain and he was shy.
Yeah, I'm saying Trent was like vice captain, and he knows at the day the role, what the role bestows on him at the end of the day in the future. Couldn't he be trained in that way to say, look, at the end of the day, this is what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to do this, this, and this, and this, and this. You know what I mean? And I think Trent would actually rise to it because at the day of being sort of like, you know, this homegrown person and that, and being actually being a scouser, he will rise to that occasion. Do you understand what I'm saying?
No, I
mean, now he doesn't have to. He doesn't have to do it now. He doesn't really have to do it now. He doesn't have to sort of like, you know, like show that leadership quality now and this and that, because at the end of the day, he's not vice captain. He's not a captain either. But I think at the end of the day, he will naturally, and then if he's vice captain, he will naturally grow into that role of being a captain. And you know, fact that, and when it comes down to me being a captain, you'll see him being more vocal. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
You know, especially if he's won, especially at the day if he's won, if he has won at the end of the day more stuff. Because remember the day, you know, like he won everything in the day.
Sure.
You know, before he's 24 years old. Do you know what I mean? You know. I understand what you're saying, though. I understand what you're saying, though.
I could sooner see personally Robbo being captain before Trent being captain, and that's not a knock against Trent at all.
I know what you're saying. I didn't really look at it that way. You know, when you're talking about to be a good communicator, and he can't be shy. He has to be good in front of the camera. And I didn't really look at it that way. I just looked at it like, oh, I see Trent. Yeah. Oh, he's the next guy to be captain. He's a scouser. He's born into the Liverpool club.
Right.
Yeah, but now I'm looking at it now from your point of view. I'm probably thinking, you know what? Maybe you've got a point. Maybe I want it to be Trent.
Right.
Maybe I think it's me saying I want it to be Trent.
Because
now I'm looking at your point of view. You might not. Yeah.
Right.
I know what you're saying.
But either one, you can't lose.
No, I'm not either.
You can't lose either one. If it was Trent,
it's going to be like thingy I do for Man City.
Yeah.
What's his name? Vincent Company.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. If it was if you talk about obviously you're talking about vice captains, and the potential and date of being a captain. If it's between Trent and sort of like Robbo, you're in a win-win situation. Literally a win-win situation. Because if it's Trent and Day, he's going to show that passion of a Scouser and blah blah blah, and he may learn sort of like the communication skills. As with Robert and Nate, it's already got it there now. He's got it there now, and everything like that. So you're in a win-win situation.
But Robbo is already a captain too. Robbo is a captain.
Exactly. You can't lose.
Yeah,
but in it, tough man. You've all agreement that you can't lose. Either one, you cannot lose. Do you know what I mean?
Pick Trent, you pick Rob. Either way, we win.
Yeah.
Either way.
And that's a beautiful. And this is what I'm saying. And this is the beautiful thing about Liverpool Football Club. And this is the thing why I will never ever support any other club than Liverpool. Even if I say like fuck it, you know what? Even if I say fuck it, I'm not supporting football anymore. You know what I mean? I don't like football because like whether like Liverpool take me down, whatever, and for that, right? I would rather support no team than any other team than Liverpool, because the greatness of Liverpool Football Club and it is awesome and immense, isn't it? Because look at this situation, this small situation today with vice captains in the day. We got two people in the day, right, that we cannot lose. How many clubs have got that situation?
No.
How many clubs have got that situation?
No, absolutely right. Look, there's a situation going on, or just amounted to the ending of Maguire being the captain for Manchester United, and now Bruno taking on.
Talking about him. Sorry, before we go talk about Maguire, we were talking about him before we went off here. We were saying, Uncle Rod said, how much would you pay for Maguire? I said I wouldn't even give him minimum wage.
The man said $1 wages in there. What he put $1 wage?
Man's got him working the fries, huh?
Yeah, that's the one. The fries.
He's a fry chef. Wow.
In it, petrol station, working at the petrol station, isn't it?
I can't believe he's still there. Actually, keep him at Man United. It'd be good for United. Right. Keep him there.
That's not right. But no, I was just trying to get across that you're right. There's a lot of viable choices on this team for being that position to fill those roles that have now been left. Look, this is unprecedented circumstances that we're going into, in that I've never really, to my my recollection, I can't come up with a club that has lost their vice captain and their captain in the same window, and because normally you do have some type of progression, you do have some type of script that you have out there that you're going to follow to get these players into the right sense of mind of who's going to be your leaders, who's going to be these different roles in the locker room. But yeah, I don't have anything against Trent being, if Trent ends up being vice captain or if he ends up being captain for that matter, more power to him, and I'll support him as a Red, of course. But yeah, for me, it's VVD as the captain. And I think it's natural progression considering that whenever Milner or Henderson weren't captains, he was the captain. And I think that, I did say Allison earlier, but, Robbo is the only other person I've seen wear the captain band, other than those three people that I mentioned earlier, which is,
and he's captain for Scotland as well.
And he's got what it takes to. I think Robbo's got what it takes to be sort of like a captain because he can rile the opposition up.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
You see what he's like, innit?
And can I make this one other point too? This is something that I'll give a spoiler because it's something that I just did in a recorded video. But look, Gerard and Carragher. Okay, Gerard was more of the quiet, more captain. Like I'll lead by example. I'm not going to be like the Henderson style of wow, like I'm going to just scream and yell and be, diminutive. But Carragher, excuse me, Carragher was that Jamie was that dog, for Gerard.
Right, yeah,
right. Jamie was the guy that got in your face, that was going to yell at you, that was going to be, really, really like, vocal and everything else. I believe that if you do have VVD and you do have a Robbo, you have that combination once again. Someone that Robbo will get in your face. He'll yell at you. He'll like get angry with you. VVD will, but I mean like if you have those things, you might have a perfect situation when it comes to captain and vice captain.
Like VVD he's like the salesman. He's like the where people look at you and think, yeah, you could represent my company. Yeah, he's lead by example.
Right.
Yeah. But think he's like more like Roy Keane, Robbie. He's more like the Roy Keane kind of captain, get in your face, aggressive.
Right.
But you know what? Like you said, you might have a point there with you know what, you kind of like, I'm thinking about it now because I thought I was thinking Trent, and I want it to be Trent now. I want it to be.
Right.
But I think Robbo.
Well, I think Robbo
might be in there with it. Yeah, but how old's Robinson now?
28.
No, it's 28.
29.
Oh, and how old's Van Dijk? 30, 31?
31, I think.
31.
31, is he?
Yeah, 31.
So he's 31. So how long's Van Dijk got with Liverpool? I'd say a couple of years. And if he steps away, then Robinson's going to be like in his... I don't know. Maybe it's the age thing. I don't know.
Usually the most experienced players are more
I'm still going with Trent.
I think the
more experience too. Most of the time, it is whoever has this, as Toto was saying, it's the more experience, like who has the more experience in the locker room, as to how many years you've actually been a part of the club. You tend to get the nod for that spot.
Man United is playing Real Madrid tonight.
Arsenal.
Yes.
Arsenal playing Barcelona.
Yeah.
Why are we not playing them teams?
Why would you want to?
Just to see where we are, just to test us. At least one of them. At least Barcelona. Well,
we got Bayern Munich, haven't we?
Yeah,
we got Bayern Munich.
Yeah.
You know what, guys? I could care less who we face off against in preseason because they don't count. It doesn't count. Basically, it doesn't count. It's just a glorified practice. Yeah. But I mean, like, if anything, no, I wouldn't. I'm not really interested. I mean, look, not many people are going to understand the fact that was, for instance, Manchester United's B team or youth team or whatever it was. But when you look at the headlines, it's going to say Manchester United lost to Wrexham. I mean,
3-1.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I was saying.
Hey, it's an easy true. Anyway. Arsenal played here in America. They played the MLS All-Stars, okay? And they won 5. I think they won 5-0 or 4-0, something 4 or 5-0, something like that. But they played their like starting lineup that they will play probably the first game of the season. So
that's the only way they can get a victory, isn't it?
Is exact, and they weren't winning the entire game. They won the second half's when they really started to make the difference. They were only up, I think, 1-0 in the first half or something. So
Man United played Arsenal as well, didn't they? Beat Arsenal, didn't they? And United did. And Arsenal had their good team on as well. Had their best team, one of their best teams, and a lot. So come on, that worked. That can't have been a friendly, man. When Arsenal Man United played, there's no friendly involved there. That's real, man.
There shouldn't be ever. I mean,
that ain't no friendly between them two. It's different when you play abroad. You're playing someone like the All Stars, but when Arsenal, Man United are playing, two British teams, there's no way that's a friendly.
Who's in the Charity Shield this year?
There's the Charity Shield. It's a Man City and Arsenal, I guess.
I'm sorry. I was watching Jacob's show, United Spurs of America show.
Yeah, I like you, there.
I like Jacob. I like Jacob immensely, and I was giving him a little banter because they're now the Tiger Cup. They won a cup. So they're now the Tiger Cup.
Shut up!
Tottenham won the Tiger Cup.
The Tiger Cup. What is that? Like a bowl of cereal?
Stop it.
Tony the Tiger.
How far away from you are you from him in America?
I am. Texas is
Texas.
technically like only a state away from me, but they're big states. So
Texas is huge. Just like the UK.
Yeah, it's
England. Texas is.
Yeah, Texas is huge.
Huge, massive state.
Because he lives in El Paso, doesn't he? He lives in El Paso, isn't it?
And El Paso is all the way down by the
Mexico, isn't it?
Border of Mexico.
Yeah, it's by Mexico.
So he's like deep in Texas. Like it's one thing to be Dallas. Dallas is a little bit further like central, but like El Paso, that's pretty deep.
So how long will it take you to get from where you are to get to him?
Ooh. That's a good question. I'll figure it out. But it's a ride. Trust me on that. It's at least probably like 10 hours, I would say, or something like that.
Right.
But yeah,
6th of August. Man City
and the pigeon scored 3 goals today. For now on, so you guys might not. Here's a little history lesson for you guys. There's a pigeon named Cher Ami. Okay. He's possibly one of the most famous pigeons in the world. Okay, now Cher Ami is a pigeon from World War II, and he's a veteran, and thank you for your service, Cher Ami. But he is a pigeon that is now the nickname for Rich Arlison, because Rich Arlison got to do his pigeon dance today 3 times. Oh my gosh.
Not being funny.
That guy. I cannot.
I'm not being funny, yeah, right? Does anybody on this panel rate Richarlison?
No
comment.
Yeah.
I don't rate him. No, I don't rate him.
I rate Cher Ami. I do not rate Richarlison. Look that name up, guys. You'll see that. It's a crazy story too.
What's the weather like down there? It must be hot there in Texas now, you know.
Oh, it's
lovely.
It's hot. It's hot here. Where I live in Arizona, and it's about yesterday, for instance, it was 115 degrees here.
Arizona, is that by the not far from the Grand Canyon? Is it that round that way?
No, it's close. It's about like 2 hours south of the Grand Canyon.
Because you're Midwest, isn't you?
What's that?
Midwest.
You're Midwest, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm close to being West Coast, but I'm Midwest technically, or not
so
really Midwest.
How far are you from LA then? How far are you from LA?
I'm 5.5 hours away from LA.
Oh, that's not bad then.
It'll take me 6.5 hours to get to El Paso. Apparently, I thought it was a little bit longer.
That's not bad.
So about the time it takes me to get to LA is about the time it takes me to get to El Paso.
Yeah, because Fink lives in LA, doesn't he? Quasi, he lives in LA, innit? California.
What's that now?
Then Quasi live in California.
Now, but the difference is though, if I hop on a plane, it's 45 minutes. So it's like a 45-minute flight, 45 minutes to an hour flight from Phoenix to LA. So I mean that's nothing, you know. A little
So,
different story when
so
you're getting in the car.
it's California. California is a state, and LA is a place in California. Not true?
Right. LA is a city, and LA is the city. It's not the capital, but it's the city. It's a city. It's like one of the biggest city, I think, in California. Obviously, the biggest city in California. And then, then there's a whole bunch of like San Diego's and California is bigger than New York. California is as big as Texas, pretty much.
Yeah, California is bigger than New York.
Yeah,
but New York's got more people living there.
Yeah,
there's more people that live in New York, but California is bigger.
California is huge. California is like pretty much two-thirds of the West Coast, basically, is California.
Huge.
Didn't California used to be owned by the Spanish, wasn't it?
Oh no,
it did.
I'm not going down that history route, man.
It did, man. It did. California was owned by the Spanish, man.
Come on,
it's owned by the Spanish.
Let's not get political.
It's true, though. All right, am I lying, though? Am I lying?
Yeah, I guess so.
All right. No, but that's why you got a lot of people down in same with places like in Texas. Places in Texas used to be owned by the Spanish, like a Paso and this and that. Because when you no joke, when you go down to some of them places in California and everything that, most of the people and they will be speaking Spanish. They're Spanish-speaking people, you know what I mean? Like you got Latin Quarter and this and that. Like New Orleans, it's got the French Quarter, where they literally speak French and that, and they mix it up with the sort of like the English and everything that. So like you'll get sort of like people they'll be talking and then they drop little French words inside there. It used to be owned by the French. You know what I mean?
It's Creole, but
that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So really and truly, it's just parts of America and that were owned by certain people in Europe. You know what I mean? You know, but they got it taken away from them from the wars and this and that. But you do get like in California, you do get a lot of Latin people down there. A lot of Latin people down there. Do you know what I mean?
Mexican. Remember the Alamo, the whole nine, that whole thing.
Yeah,
Texas is a unique state in itself for sure.
Yeah,
but yeah, I don't want to get political. All I wanted to talk about was Cher Ami.
Yeah, no. I'm just saying about
war pigeon. I wanted to talk about.
No, I'm just. You know what is? I'm just saying about
pigeon boy.
And I'm just saying about thing. I'm just saying about sort of like we need to talk about places and the places that are interesting in itself. They're interesting in itself, and it can be because of the history. You know what I mean? Of how it's evolved and stuff.
Have any of you guys ever been to America? I haven't been to.
I've never been yet.
I want to
go
go
to New York though.
I've been to New York.
No, I'm going to New York next year.
Oh wow, word. Okay. What's bringing you to New York?
I've always wanted to go there. It's the closest city. It's the closest city in America to the UK.
Yeah, for
sure.
And
I know the flight is not that long.
Yeah.
And my girl as well. She wanted to go as well. So I've always been fascinated about America. I love America.
Okay.
I love the history of America. I've always wanted to go there. New York. I want to go to New York. I want to go to Texas. I've always wanted to go to Texas, and I want to go to probably Florida to see what it's like.
Okay.
Or even Miami. But that's on my bucket list. But I'm going to go New York first. It's the closest.
Oh wait, so you're actually going to make those? You're going to make those 3 stops?
No, not in one trip. Not in one trip. No,
I was going to say, man, that's a trip.
I ain't got the money, man.
Yeah, that's a trip.
It's long to save up for this one. So I'm going to go to
New York. I like to go to New Orleans for the Mardi Gras.
Oh man, yeah. Hey,
I've always wanted
to go. Don't go for Mardi Gras. Don't go for Mardi Gras. Go for Jazz Fest. Go
even that, man. Even that. It's just, you know what it is at the end of the day, right? You see, we all know the problems that they got in America. We all know. You know what I mean?
I know.
But when you put that aside, at the end of the day, right, there are some very interesting places in America to visit. Do you know what I'm saying? Even
Washington.
Yeah,
Washington, you got so much history in America, good history as well. I know there's a lot of bad history, but there's good history as well.
Yeah.
Where have they got? Where's the Haven't they got a slave museum in Washington, haven't they?
In Washington D.C. Possibly.
Yeah, I think they got one over there. Well, that's one of the places I would like to go just to see it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know?
there's a lot of notable historical spots throughout America. Look, America's a big place because just like you were just saying, look, for me to drive from here to New York, for instance, would take me about 24 hours. All right.
Yeah.
You know, so like that's and that's like obviously I think that's pretty much like 24 hours like straight, basically almost. So it's a it's a big country, and I know it's sometimes an interesting mind conundrum to think about it, considering that there's so many different countries in Europe, for instance, yet if you were to take a block of a lot of those countries, it would equal out to be America.
Yeah, because it's different states, isn't it? Really, because that's what the once as well. The United States of Europe, really. That's what they tried to go for a few years ago with this European Union thing. They want the United States of Europe, but we'll see how it goes. I don't think it's going to work out though.
You could actually, do you know at the end of the day, yeah? Do you know you can actually drive from England to America?
What? How?
I was gonna say, how is that?
You have to go on a boat at least.
So basically, at the end of the day, right? Yeah. You can basically at the end of the day, you'll initially be going on sort of like the ferry to France, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Right. Initially, you be doing that.
All the
but from France at the day, you go to Russia. Yeah.
Yeah.
You go to Russia and you come through Russia, and they got this lake. I can't remember what the name of the lake's called, but you're literally driving across there, and it takes you into Alaska. Takes you into Alaska. Come down from North America, like Canada and that, then into America.
Oh,
do you know what I mean? It can actually be done. I've literally seen the route. Because some guy.
How long do you reckon that would take?
It'd take you quite a while though. It'd take you a bit. It'd take you a minute. You know what I mean? But what I'm saying is that when I was in Germany, this guy was talking about that's what he's always wanted to do. I said, you can't do that. You can't drive over there. He goes, you can. I goes, you can't. And he literally showed me the route. Do you know what I mean? To actually get there. Because Russia at the end of the day is quite next. Russia is actually not too far off from America. It's not too far from America. Mm. So literally, you're coming through Alaska.
Yeah.
I mean, North America and down that way, and into sort of like Canada, into sort of like America. Because isn't New York 12 hours away from Canada or something like that?
Yes. Well, New York City possibly, yeah, but
not
I don't know how long it is, but New York touches Canada.
Yeah.
For instance, you could go to New York. You can go to New York City, and then you could go up to like if you're in Buffalo, New York, which is like northern part of New York. You can go to Niagara Falls, for instance.
Right.
Right. And then you can go over to, because that's how we went to Toronto, and when I went to Toronto, I went to Niagara Falls, and then we went to Toronto. That way, we went to Buffalo, then Niagara Falls, and then to Toronto.
What's Canada like? What's Toronto like? That's a lot. I heard that's.
I love Toronto, man. I'll be honest with you.
Canada's nice.
It's not. It has nothing to do with Drake. But Toronto's a pretty cool city. Toronto's definitely pretty cool. It's an interesting place, just like you were saying about New Orleans, about having. First off, it's New Orleans. If you're going to go down there, make sure you don't pronounce the EW. It's like N' Orleans. So just so you know, so that people know, New Orleans. Mm-hmm. There's no New Orleans, no New Orleans.
New Orleans.
You just say New Orleans, like all one word.
Yeah.
And then also with Toronto's a cool city because you have a lot of you have French speakers up there as well.
Isn't that Quebec though? Isn't that Quebec? They speak French up there.
Yeah, there's like the French. Yeah, the French influence is up there.
French part of it, yeah.
So you have that. Even though you have your English undertones and obviously your Canadian undertones as well, obviously. But you have your English undertones, but you also have your French undertones as well when it comes to cities like that. It's pretty cool. So yeah. But guys, you'll have a fun time once you get to New York, man. You'll definitely have a fun time once you get to New York.
I'm gonna go.
New York's nice, man.
Yeah,
she wants to go. So we're gonna save up and we're gonna go next year.
That's cool.
Have you been to Alabama, 12 man?
I'd like to go to Alabama. I'd like to go to Alabama. Just to hear that. Or Mississippi.
I know. Sorry, I'm sorry. What you say?
That's on purpose in the
He's
not going there.
Wait, Solo, what'd you say? Sorry.
I said, don't get pulled over there, you know.
Oh, absolutely not.
That is, ain't they got that sundown rule? That sundown rule.
No.
What's that?
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, don't you? Sundown rule.
I know what you're talking about, but no.
Yeah. There's a guy, you know, this country singer in America at the moment has got in trouble for that record that he made. Oh God, don't try that down here.
Oh, I don't know.
You know what I mean?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know about that guy.
He's done this record. Basically, what's the record about? Is like you know we got like people like protests.
Yeah,
there's a protest about Black Lives Matter and all them sort of things there. What he was trying to say is that they don't try that down there, because you try that down there, this is going to happen to you. That's going to happen to you. You know what I mean? But it's
Hey, Alabama is American football. You know, football. You know, like hitting football, that kind of football, right? American football. Alabama is possibly one of the best at football in college level. Okay.
It's all here.
Yeah, so when it comes to Alabama, it's all about Alabama football. You know, their football is next level. So there's a lot of athletes, a lot of obviously talented. They're like one of the top recruiters when it comes to bringing in that kind of football talent. It's humongous, and Auburn's down there as well. But nah, I'm good on Alabama. I'm going to tell you,
it's good, you know.
there's plenty of states in America. Yeah, Alabama does not have to be high on the list. Yeah. This might take me off.
What about Mississippi?
Oh, come on, man.
Where was that? Wow. What about Tennessee?
Tennessee.
Wait, you know what? Where's some records? Where's that famous record? Where's that again? You know,
that's in Tennessee. I think that I know you're talking about. Or like Elvis and stuff like that. That kind of yeah.
And Johnny Cash
and Jerry Lee Lewis and stuff like that. Yeah. That's Sun Records, I think, is in Tennessee, but
legendary. That is.
I mean, Tennessee's
that's what the
country music. Look, Tennessee is pretty crazy. If you go to Nashville is an amazing city. An amazing city. Like, as in a lot of life. It's a vibrant city. You know.
Yeah.
So yeah, but it's just
isn't that where Thing's from? Isn't that where Justin Timberlake's from? He's from Tennessee, isn't he?
Oh, I don't know where Justin Timberlake's from.
Yeah, I think he's from. He's from Tennessee. Trust me, he's from Tennessee. Look it up.
Okay. I didn't know Anfield Garage is a Backstreet Boy fan. Okay.
You know what it is. What is it there? You pick these things up as you go along. You know what I mean? Through life.
I like this conversation.
And you find out what
12 money now. Not properly.
No, man, 12 man. Listen, 12 man's got the knowledge, but got the knowledge, and he's got the knowledge.
I watch his channel.
Yeah, once you speak to 12 man and you debate with him, once you debate with 12 man, trust me, you're hooked. You're hooked. Now you're hooked.
Oh, yeah. He's like a podcast.
You're hooked.
You could, you know what? You could, I could listen to 12 man. You know, on like on a podcast.
Yeah.
When you just on yourself, just listen to 12 man. He's got this man.
12 man.
That's funny.
12 man at a day. 12 man. I'm telling you, at a day, right? He's the next president of the United States.
Hey,
I'm telling you,
I'll be on my
he's the next Listen, I'm doing this campaign for him.
It's got to be better than what you got now.
Yeah.
No, I'm doing this campaign for him because at the end of the day, when you debate with 12 man and think that right, you could be having a shit day and think that right,
Yeah, I was
or shit time, and he'll still show you the positives out of what it is. You just got that man. 12 man is a man.
He's a positive guy. You can see.
Yeah, no. Listen,
he's a positive guy.
Life's too short to be miserable. You know, like enjoy this life for what we have it. You know, I know. It's great to see youthful Reds like yourselves that are going to be, you know, that are bringing in the next generation and everything else. And there's going to be another generation after you.
How old are you though, 12, man? Oh, you know, no. You know what? That was my rules of this. No, that's my rules of the stream. I don't want to know your age, and I'm not going to tell you my age.
Okay,
I don't want to know your age.
That's trying to ruin my street game, huh?
That's the rules of the stream. What did he say?
I say trying to ruin my street.
All I can say at the day. All I can say is I'm the father of this group.
No, you don't. Okay.
I'm the father of this group.
Have you saw the Liverpool? I don't want to talk about Liverpool. Just the gear. You know their training top. You know the green one.
Yeah.
The grey and green.
Yeah.
It's like grey. It's got Liverpool. It's just a normal training top. It's all grey. It's got the Liverpool sign there in green. I'm gonna order that tomorrow.
Do you have a picture? Can you put a picture up of it, or?
I'll get it now. I'll see if I can get it in the stream. Liverpool training is absolutely stunning. It is.
Where's Rod's gone?
It's a training top.
I'll admit, Nike's done a decent job. Not as great as a job as I would have liked them to have done. I mean, personally, albeit, you know, Nike's an American company, so that's all well and good. But I mean, Adidas makes fire kits, and I was kind of like hoping that they would be able to go toe to toe with the Adidas kits and everything else, but there are some they have done some decent jobs. I like their practice uniform. I like the all black with the red lettering kits from last year, the practice kits from last year.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you this link now. I'm gonna give you the link.
Okay,
you can open it.
Yeah,
it's McAllister's talking with it. It's not. I can't see it on the images. I'll put it on here. McAllister's talking with it on. I'm gonna get that T-shirt. I like that T-shirt. They said they was going for the 90s. They're going for the 90s look this year. They got the 90s gear. You know when it was when they're showing off all the new gear for the year. For the season.
Oh no, yeah. Wait, first of all, you think that's the 90s? I don't think.
No, not this one. No, that's what they were saying. But Klopp had some funny jacket and he goes, "What are you wearing?" And he goes, they said that we're going for the 90s look.
Really? I thought it was more of a 70s look to me, but that's interesting. But then again, that's what the 90s. Some of the 90s was a resurgence of the 70s.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So you know how like that's thing. You know how everything comes back. Like keep your clothes. My voice to all my Reds: keep your clothes forever. Even at one point they'll be back in style. Even if they go out of style 5, 10, 15, 20 years later, they'll be back in style somehow, some way.
The goalkeeper one is nice as well.
The goalkeeper, yeah.
Yeah, the goalkeeper one's sick as well. I like the goalkeeper one.
I'm gonna see this link that you sent. I said, you know what's funny? Maybe you guys don't. Maybe you guys agree or don't disagree, but I think that Nike should just do a competition where everyone can design a kit, and then like eventually, like they'll just have like they'll vote on it, or like the people can vote on it or something like that, right? And then like. And then that could be like the nominee for the third kid or something, because I think some of the concept jerseys I've seen out there by that Liverpool fans or maybe just designers in general make, some of them are fire, man. Some of them I would rock that. Even I will admit I've made my own jerseys. I make my own jerseys too. So
yeah, there's a site you can do it on. Isn't there a site you can do it on? Isn't there a site you can do it on, design your journey? Because I think what it was, Amir, he gave me this site the other day. He showed me some like designs of like Liverpool tops and that, and like he said that they're pre-designed and they've done it from this site. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, well,
so there's actually a site you can actually design it on. I have to find it. he WhatsApped to me. He WhatsApped it to me the other day. So I'll find a message in there and I'll send it on to you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. If you can, I'd love to see that. I have a link that does make some of my clothes for me. So, but I have a couple of kits that I've made that I rock every once in a while, you know. So, but I mean, yeah, I like some of the stuff that they have coming out though for the Nike kits.
I'll wear.
Well, send me that site in it, 12 man. The one you just talked about. Send it to me in it.
Okay. Oh wait, what's
that site called?
What? Oh no, I make my as in like I have a person that makes them for me.
Oh, you got someone that makes it for you.
Yeah. I don't have a site. Like I don't.
Oh, see.
Yeah. I have.
Yeah,
yeah. That's the one beautiful thing about living. Well, now there's a fashion district here in near my home. Like it's in Tempe, but like Phoenix area, Arizona. But living so close to LA, I mean, you go down to like the fabric districts and stuff like that. You can get things done left and right, and there's like tons and tons and tons of opportunities that you can get different clothing made and stuff like that. So
yes, I'm up to have a chat with you, man. Get one send you design. Yeah, you just deal with it for me. Yeah. So what was it? Is it pricey or is it like reasonable?
It depends on what kind of. It depends on like how much you're going to be putting into it. You know.
Right.
Like,
okay.
You know, if you want like, I don't know. I know you're not gonna get rhinestones and stuff like that on it. You're not gonna get it bedazzled. But I mean, like, you know, if you're gonna go and get like, if you want it embroidered, or if you just want screen print, that's a different price. That kind of deal. You know.
We'll talk.
Yeah,
Tough, man. We'll talk.
Set that link. Have a look at that. Have a look at that link, and you'll see why Virgil van Dijk is going to be a captain. I think it was a couple of weeks ago. He met some fans, and he surprised them and gave them some lucky tickets for next year's match with Liverpool, the first game, and something to do with Cadbury. And he looks like he's going to be ambassador for Liverpool. I think he's going to be the captain. I put money on it. I think I'll put money on it. You can see him now with the kids. You can see. 12 months,
it's
right?
so crazy now with this transition that they're doing. I see. I'm watching the clip as we speak, but you sent the clip. You sent the Twitter clip, or for instance, the Twitter clip, and now the Twitter's like it's text now, not the. It's still like it's still something to get along.
Can you see the guy's t-shirt? You see his t-shirt?
Yeah, I saw the t-shirt. Yeah, that's what you're getting. The gray with the green.
That's the one.
That's cool.
Those are links with Virgil van Dijk when he's meeting the kids.
Where? So wait, where do you live in England?
Me, I live Milton Keynes. It's not far from. It's not really far from London, but an hour away from London.
You're near me, you know.
Yeah, I'm not far from where Uncle Rod lives.
Yeah, it's not far.
I'm trying to get more closer to London as well because where work situation with my girl as well. Trying to move more closer to London. See how it goes. Maybe in a couple of years, maybe.
Okay.
Because it'll take me.
Yeah.
To drive to. So I was driving to Solo. So it take me about 20 minutes, half an hour.
There you go.
About half an hour.
Yeah.
Because you're junction 15, isn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, junction 15.
The gold cut. The gold cut place, Wheaton Mill. It's not Wheaton Mill. The gold. I think it's Wheaton Mill. I live not far from there. A gold cutting place, a big gold cutting place.
Yeah. No. Where you used to you live Solo?
Solo.
Not Solo. Toto. Sorry, it's Toto. Shame. It's not there.
I don't live like in London, but like outskirts of London. That's where I
Posh boy.
Are you near me? Are you near me?
Nah, he's a posh boy.
What?
He's a posh boy. Trust me, he's a posh boy.
See, St Albans.
I don't have that posh accent. Nah.
Tell us over it. Don't worry. It's all right, man.
Yeah, you're good. But yeah.
It's all right, man.
So, Solly, you're probably not too far away from me, brother.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Probably not too far away from me. Do you know what I mean?
12th
You
man.
know,
12th man.
Yes.
Can I ask you one thing? You know them bottles, are they expensive? Or are
Yeah.
the champagne bottles? How much are they? That the one at the front, the gold one. How much is that one?
This one.
Yeah.
If you're in a nightclub, I think that would cost you about. It's like 18, maybe 20K.
Really?
Yeah.
20 grand.
Yeah. This one right
Yeah,
here.
some of them champagnes are expensive, you know them celebrities drink.
That's 20 grand.
Is it real gold? Real gold, though,
About
isn't it?
20 grand.
Real gold, yeah.
Bumbuckler. Show me the thing again, dog.
20 grand.
This one.
That's
Yeah.
20 grand.
This is
That's
if
what
you're in a
them
club
celebrities
popping
drink,
with
man.
Jay-Z or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they drink, man.
Jeez.
That'd be about
Roy, 12 man's living that life, you know.
18, probably like 18, but 20, around 18, 20,000, something like that.
That's
See.
It depends on where you're at.
£1,800.
Yeah. If you're in New York City or in LA, you're probably paying like 15, 18, $20,000, something like that, probably around there.
12 man's living that life, you know.
I have a nice little collection. I do have a nice little collection. But but these are some of the big boys. But there's some other ones. That's one in the back too. I like. Usually if I'm popping them, that's cool. But or if I'm with the group and I'm contributing, I'm bringing it home with me. So so that's how that goes.
I'm gonna before I wrap it up, I'm gonna ask everybody a question. I just want an honest answer. I'm gonna wrap up in a minute. I'm going for 3 hours. What time is it here now? 10 to
It's
2.
10 to 2.
So before I go, I'm getting that jacket. That's it. I'm getting that Liverpool jacket. LFC Nightmares jacket 23. It's a windrunner hoodie top. I'm getting it. I'm gonna order. How much is it? Oh, £90. That's not bad. Thought it'd be a bit more. It's not bad, £90. But anyway,
What site is that from?
I want to ask everybody who I'm going to name 2 players. I'm going to name my 2. Who's going to be cooking next season? Who you think is going to be cooking next season? I'm going to ask you first, Toto. Ask you 2 players just before I go because I'm going to head off in a minute.
One's a striker and one's a centre mid, so I'm going to go Nunes and Szoboszlai.
What about you, Anfield and Carrods?
Nunes, McAllister.
I want to say 3 now. Go on. Liverpool's going. Took the 2 I wanted.
All right, I have to go. If I'm going to make 2 choices,
you can make
2 choices of 2 players that are going to cook next year. Yeah. Well, I have to go with, of course, Investor. Investor is Darwin Nunez. Okay.
Yeah.
That's his nickname is Investor. It means like invader or like raider of the back line. And then the second I'm going to say Trent. Now, why I say Trent is because I think Trent is going to have probably a renewal of. You're going to be able to see a full year of him in this, in this role that has reinvigorated his career in a sense. Has basically gave him a new lease on his football life. I almost slipped with my Americanism there, but yeah, you're going to see a renewal of his interest and abilities when it comes to football. Either that or a close second might be Virgil van Dijk too. Don't sleep on Virgil.
Yeah, but Virgil bad man. If you're free,
you can have 3. What's your third one? I know it's going to be Gakpo, isn't it?
Yeah, it is actually. Yeah, so you're right.
Mine's the same as yours. Mine's Gakpo, McAllister, and Nunes.
Yeah.
What's your third one, Toto?
McAllister. Nunes, Szoboszlai, McAllister.
All right, then I'm going to be heading off. Thanks for dropping by, 12 man.
For sure.
Go follow whoever's watching this or watch the playback. We've had a few views today.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
man.
Go subscribe to 12th man. Big up, much respect. He knows his stuff, knowledge, 100% respect. Love you guys over the pond. You know you're our brothers anyway. American, UK, we're linked anyway.
There you go.
Through
There you
history
go.
and everything. There you go. We're linked through history anyway. That's the way it is. We're
Yeah,
more
man.
closer to America than we are with the rest of Europe. Trust me.
There you go. There
That's
you
the way
go.
it is, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Culture, everything. The speaking,
Yeah.
trade, everything. So I love you guys.
But
See
you, know,
you, 12th
you
man.
lot speak. Americans speak funny anyway because they sound out every word. They go like Leicester instead of Leicester.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know. You already got on me
And
about
I
that.
say soccer. It's football. Soccer, football.
And then Plymouth instead of Plymouth. Plymouth,
Yeah,
you know.
No.
Nah, I love America.
No,
Trust me,
no.
man.
Big up to the UK. Big
Yeah,
up to
man.
all of our global Reds.
Did you know,
everything.
before we go, there's something I heard on telly the other day. You know that UK's biggest trading partner is America. America's single trading partner country on its own is the UK. Did you know that?
That's very interesting.
I heard that today. I'm on about as a single country.
Yeah, for sure. I
UK.
believe it. I believe we have such mutual interest, you
Yeah.
know, and there's no bigger partner. I mean, you know, hey, if it wasn't for
over here,
I
we call
mean,
it a special
look,
relationship.
we've had a touchy beginning of a relationship.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, you know, you had a
Yeah.
couple of fights here and there.
But
And
after
then,
World War One, that was it, innit? World War One, we joined together, really.
right, but then like when the world came
But
calling,
you lot didn't want to come and help us, mate. You didn't want to come and help
Oh,
us.
look how long it took, man.
Yeah, no, innit?
hey, we just need some,
It's
we
my
need
dad,
some
my dad.
the right
My
encouragement.
granddad, yeah, he used to tell me stuff like that, you know. My granddad used to tell my dad. My dad used to tell me because my dad told me that my granddad, he said, the Americans took the time, didn't they? Look how long it took them to come over. Yeah, but when they did, it was over, and it was
But
over.
you know what it is? You know what it is? Yeah, they've done it. They've done it. Not only did they do that once, they've done it twice with World War II as well. They weren't going to come in till the Pearl Harbor got bombed. Do you know what I mean?
That was World War II.
Yeah, but the first time they came in to help England in the First World War. They came in to help England, and when it was all done, England said it's finished, man. It's finished. What are you doing here?
You know, nobody won that war, don't you? You know, the first one, nobody won that war. So
It was a draw,
more
wasn't it?
people died. No more people died in World War One than two. The World War One was vicious.
World War One was horrible.
Nobody won nothing.
Yeah,
nothing was
When
accomplished.
they called like the bloody war or something.
Yeah, but the number two, World War II, when Pearl Harbor got bombed up, that's when that gave America that, you know, that they wanted to
incentive to come in and help
Yeah,
us.
to come in, yeah.
Yeah.
We had good leader. We had Winston Churchill. And then you had
Yeah.
the Russian leader as well. What's his name? Sterling.
Yeah, Roosevelt.
And then you had Roosevelt of America.
Yeah.
One of the greatest presidents ever had.
Yeah.
But you know what I thought was a good president for you? Was what my mum used to say, you know, he was a good president for you. I thought Clinton was a good president. I thought Kennedy was an amazing president. Kennedy.
Okay.
And the one who abolished slavery, Abraham Lincoln.
Abraham Lincoln, sure. Absolutely.
Yeah, but you know what? You know what? It's so
American history. I like it. Solo.
You know, but you know what?
America's wicked.
Yeah, but you know what it is? You know what it is though. So to cut costs to Bertie Bobble, right? So to cut costs Bertie Bobble, but Abraham Lincoln may have abolished slavery, but trust me, he had his own ulterior motives for doing that, and at the end of the day, he did not like black people. He did not like them. Do you know what I mean? But he had his own.
Kennedy did though.
No, Kennedy. No, Kennedy. And he was there. But But the thing is, what with Kennedy and then what messed him up and everything that right is that Kennedy's dad and they did a deal with the mafia and everything that to get him into power. And the reason why he done that, right, it was to say, well, look, and if I get my son into power and right, then he will help you. Do you know what I mean? In doing what you're doing and everything that, right, legal stuff you were doing. But he never did it. And everything that he shit on the mafia. And he shit on the government because what he was saying that day is like they had this phone, that red phone that was sort of like in J. Edgar Hoover's office. What President Kennedy was saying, look, I'm the president, not him, so that should be in my office. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The CIA and the FBI was going to be split up at the day in all different pieces at the day because they said that I don't need these people. I don't need them. I'm running shit, not them. You know what I mean? So he's going to split up the FBI, the CIA, and the Secret Service. He was going to put it this way. He's going to change a whole heap of stuff. You know what I mean? But what it was with President Kennedy, he had too many skeletons in his closet. Do you know what I mean? You know, and the policy is even over here.
He was a good president, though.
He was a good president, but he was good as a president. But when you don't do what they say, and then you then become a problem. And what do they do with problems? They get rid of problems and that.
Exactly.
But that's a different podcast we could talk about anyway.
Look, I mean,
we could talk about that.
Look, Abraham Lincoln was too busy being a vampire hunter, apparently. And and look, I'd like to think of it as this. I do believe, if I was to say of any place, I am a Peaky Blinder, right? I'm a Peaky Blinder.
There you go.
Yeah. There you go.
That's Birmingham. That's Birmingham.
Birmingham. Exactly. That's if I could ever go back in time, I want to be a Peaky Blinder. That's what
everybody
that'd be good though.
Peaky Blinders are now, they're like the here in America, at least for me, for here in America, when you reference
a lot of Americans live over here now. I think he's got a house over here now as well. He lives between Tom Cruise. He's got a big country farm over in England. He's got, and Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt was over here not long ago as well.
Oh yeah, sure.
Film at Silverstone about the driving, about Formula One driving. You know what he's doing? He's actually working with the Formula One. He's on tour with them. He's in the 11th garage.
Wow.
So you know
Do you know that film? Do you know that film? Snatch. Yeah, that film Snatch.
Yes.
And he was in that. He played like a Gyppo, didn't he? He played like a gypsy guy, like a white guy. He actually, when he came to England, he actually lived with them.
Oh,
for a certain amount of time.
He likes to do method acting. Yeah,
he's very good. People don't realize that today how much of a good actor Brad Pitt is in it. They think he's just a pretty face, but he's really a good actor. If you really study Brad Pitt and some of the films that he's actually done.
I wasn't really a Brad Pitt fan until 10 years ago. But I think I like Tom Cruise as well, though, as well. I like Tom Cruise. I like Tom Cruise.
No,
have you seen Seven?
He's got Irish descendants, don't you?
Irish, Brad Pitt's a pretty amazing actor. I want him. He's from he's actually from New Orleans. Actually, he's from that area.
Okay.
Nolans, got it.
Nolans.
Say it now, Nolans.
But
remember?
Have you seen that film? Solo. Have you seen that film called Seven? Have you seen Seven?
Absolutely.
With Morgan Freeman.
Great film.
Yeah, he was. Brad Pitt was brilliant in there. He was brilliant in that.
Yeah.
What's the other one he done when he was? He started off as a baby and he grew up. Benjamin Button.
Oh, Benjamin Buttons. Yeah.
He's good in that as well. Benjamin. I thought he was good in that as well.
Yeah.
And that one he did. And that one he did with. And that one he did with. What's his name? Hopkins.
Anthony Hopkins.
Yeah, he did a film with Anthony Hopkins where he's like a Grim Reaper. He was like a Grim Reaper, wasn't he?
Yeah, Joe Black.
Yeah, that's it. And he started talking Jamaican. He started talking Jamaican to that woman, innit? He started going. Yeah, watch it. There's a bit in there.
Troy's a good movie too. He's in Troy.
Yeah, Troy. Watch that one, Joe Black.
From that website to have a look.
Yeah, watch it, right? Because there's a bit in it when he goes into hospital and he's supposed to obviously take, he's a Grim Reaper and he's supposed to take this woman, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Take a woman to the afterlife. And she's Jamaican and everything. And literally starts talking Jamaican to her. Patois. He literally starts talking about her. He goes, woman, hush your mouth, like that. And he starts, seriously does that. He goes, woman, hush your mouth. And then, it's a brilliant film. It's a brilliant film. Joe Black.
Interview with a Vampire. He's got some. Rapper's got some great movies. Interview with a Vampire, where it's set in New Orleans as well.
Meet Joe Black. It's called Meet Joe Black.
Yeah.
I've got it. I'm gonna watch that later, probably.
No, it's good. It really is good. The thing that with Brad Pitt and everything, that's what he's a very underestimated actor because he's got a good catalogue of films at the day. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Underneath that he's done, and that are actually good rot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's because he's like a pretty face and everything that people kind of like get sidetracked. in his actual action ability. Do you know what I mean?
Mhm.
You know, he's very good. He's very good.
Yeah, definitely. True
Let's
Romance.
face it.
Check that one out too. He's in True,
True
Romance.
romance.
Yeah,
Badass.
True Romance is
Christian
amazing.
Slater.
Romance.
Christian Slater.
Christian Slater, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Badass film. Badass film.
What
You know,
film
you
you
got
talking about
favorite in
again?
that is, and he's not in it long. Gary Oldman. You know,
Yeah.
the one who played
Yeah,
with,
yeah.
the one with the dreadlocks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes,
Oh,
yes,
he
yes,
is-
yes.
Yes, he is.
You're
He's
right.
in the
You're
beginning.
right.
Yeah.
He
In the
was so
beginning,
good
yeah.
in that, but he weren't in it
Yeah.
long. He weren't.
Yeah,
and
He's
people-
from Fing, you know.
Huh?
5
He's
minutes.
from
7
Fing, you know. He's from
Where's
South
he?
London, you know.
Is he?
Yeah, he's from
Oldman?
South
From South
London.
London.
Yeah, he's
You
a
know
South
his sister?
Londoner.
His sister, yeah, he's in EastEnders.
Right.
You know Mo.
Yeah.
That's his sister.
That his sister.
That's his sister. Gary Oldman's sister. Mo,
Jeez.
the teeth one.
Yeah, yeah. I remember
Yeah,
Mo. I
that's
remember Mo.
his mum. That's his mum. I mean, not his mum, his sister. His mum.
Yeah, he's a good actor, you know.
Yeah, Gary Oldman.
He's in this new thing called Slow
With the
Horses.
FBI thing. I watch it. I love it.
Slow Horses,
FBI.
sorry, Slow Horses
Yeah.
in there.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
good in that as well.
Yeah.
He's proper good, man. He's a brilliant actor.
Yeah,
Oh, Gary
I'll tell you
Oldman's
that-
an actor. Yeah.
I tell you, he's a good actor that come from England as well, and that made it big in America. Tim Roth.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Tim Roth, bad. Tim Roth is
Bad
bad.
man, for sure. Definitely a bad man.
He's a wicked actor. Because remember, he done this film years and years
I
ago
know who he is.
called.
I know who he is.
It's incredible how many. This is why I can say this. You're talking. Solo was talking about being the biggest trade partner.
Yeah.
Look, Hollywood has an amazing trade partnership with England.
Yeah, I know.
With the UK. I mean, like, there's
Yeah.
a lot of actors that, trust me, I did not know were English until I heard them speak in an interview or along those lines. You know, like, you know, because you watch The Wire, for instance, with Idris
Alba.
Yeah, Idris Alba. You see him perform. You would have swore he's from Baltimore, the way that he's like acting, and then you find out, you know, he's got an accent. You know, there's so many different.
What about Hugh Laurie?
Yeah,
Hugh Laurie as well.
Yeah,
Hugh Laurie as well.
but Tim Roth played in Pulp Fiction. You know, like you know, like you talk about Gary Oldman. Gary Oldman played in Batman. Okay,
and what's that one with the with that hitman?
Christian.
Yeah,
what's that one? What's that one he done with the Gary Oldman done that film with and it was like
Leon.
Yes, bad film.
Everyone.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yo, bad.
Everyone.
Yeah,
I've watched that.
Yeah, that's incredible. Yeah, Natalie Portman was in that.
Yeah.
And very young Natalie Portman.
Yeah. Fucking listen. You know what? You can even go as far back in the day as actors like Roddy McDowall. Everybody thought in the day that Roddy McDowall came from America, but he was English.
It's English. The one that have 4 weddings and a funeral.
No, Roddy McDowall. No, you're talking about
Are you talking about Clockwork Orange guy?
Roddy McDowall. Roddy McDowall did
I probably know
Clockwork Orange is an incredibly scary film. That's like mine, like as in it's a mind f. You know, I'm not gonna mess up.
Roddy McDowall got you.
Yeah. He's like literally in the day sort of like done films like Julius Caesar. You know what I mean? He's an actor from the 60s and 70s and stuff and that. Do you know what I mean? But everybody thought he was an American, but he was English. He was literally English and from that. And he was a brilliant actor. Richard Burton come from Wales. You know what I mean?
Anthony Hopkins.
Anthony Hopkins. English and from that.
Legend, definitely.
You got a lot. You got Errol Flynn. He's English.
Yeah.
Yeah, he come from Northampton.
The Dracula man. The Dracula man. What's his name? The Dracula man.
Oh, Christopher Lee. Christopher Lee.
He's Dracula man.
Christopher Lee.
Because of the theater, maybe it's because of the English theater or something. I don't know what it is, because you know it's amazing how they have such a connection to Hollywood. You know, considering they're not obviously born and raised in LA or living out here in LA or something. For them to have those kinds of connections, like
they learn that accent for when they're young, don't they? when they go into them good, they learn the accent because I know they're gonna go to America eventually.
Yeah,
So
sure.
Cary Grant,
that's it. Yeah,
Cary Grant was English. Cary Grant was English. He come from Bristol.
Yeah, yeah.
Cary Grant was English.
Yeah, Cary Grant was English. He's from Bristol.
I didn't know. I thought he was American.
No,
Cary
he's,
Grant-
he's from
I thought he was
Bristol.
American. So you
Yeah,
learn something new every day.
He got, but basically, he went up to America, and he
Yeah.
got discovered. He got discovered really by Mae West. It's Mae West that gave him his career. He got discovered by him and that. And once she sort of like put him in a film, he just like gone clear from there. But like these people at the day, they'd be coming to sort of like America at the day. You know what I mean? From sort of like from way back. Charlie Chaplin was English. He was
I
from
know.
South London.
Yeah.
So
Hey,
he's
so
South London.
before you guys bounce, then, since you guys got a little pot shots in at America's, some America's
Lauren
like,
Hardy, one of the Lauren Hardy was English as well.
Yeah, the skinny one.
The skinny
He's
one.
from he was from South London as well.
There you go.
South London.
I was going to ask you, what's it like to live in West Yorkshire? Is that a good area? Is that a good spot?
Yorkshire, I think it's by Leeds, isn't it? Leeds, isn't it?
Yeah, is it Leeds, West Yorkshire? I'm sure it is. Leeds, Sheffield, and all them places. Leeds, Sheffield, and Huddersfield.
Sheffield's on its own, but I think Leeds is actually the biggest city in Europe. You know, Leeds. People don't know that. You know, people think it's London. It's not.
Is it?
Leeds is the biggest city.
Leeds
So
is like as in people or as in size?
Nah, size. It's the biggest city in Europe.
You're probably right.
Bigger
You're
than
probably
London,
right
bigger
because
than Paris. The biggest Leeds is, but people don't talk about that. They say London.
you know
Leeds
why.
is the biggest.
You know why. You know why Solo's right. Yeah, because the capital of England is never always been London.
No.
It's never always. It was York. At one time, it was York was the capital of England. You know what I mean? And Leeds is all around that area.
Yeah.
So you could you could be right. You're probably more likely right because you know it's like all right. For instance, that day in Germany at the end of the day, right? Berlin. Was it
Berlin's the capital.
Berlin's the capital, but it wasn't always the capital. Yeah.
What was it?
Well, it was Bonn.
Oh, okay.
Bonn was the capital. Then look, what happened in the day? Sort of like, they put the Berlin Wall. The Berlin Wall went up, didn't they?
Yeah.
When the Berlin Wall went up.
East and West, yeah.
Yeah, East and West and everything. That you know what I mean? And yes, and that's what it was called, Bond. Yeah. And then when the Berlin Wall come down, it went back to Berlin. You know what I mean? To be in the capital.
Yeah,
but it did chop and change at one time. Do you understand what I'm saying? You know, that's the same thing. Same with England. Same with England. Same with England. If that, places like York, Leeds, and all that around there, they were the biggest area. They were the biggest areas at one time. It's only to sort of like throughout the centuries, people migrated down to London.
And then it became the capital. It wasn't the capital before. Leeds is huge. It's massive. Yeah. Leeds is huge, and it's nice. You know, I've been to Sheffield. Sheffield's nice. I've been to Newcastle's nice as well.
So it's thing as well. You know, Manchester's quite big as well. Yeah, because you've got Manchester and Greater Manchester. Well, Liverpool's not so. Liverpool's not so big.
I like the city.
Yeah. It's good city. It's good city. It's good because Liverpool's not too far away from Manchester. It's like 20 miles down the East Lancs Road.
That's the one.
How about Northumberland? How's that?
That's
Cumberland side, isn't it?
That's thing in it. That's Northumberland's like 60 miles away from the Scottish border.
Yeah. That's high up.
Yes, high up.
There's a show on Netflix called The Last Kingdom, and I watch. That's one of the shows I watch. But like, apparently, it's Bebbanburg. I want to say, right?
Is it Bamberg?
It's now called It's now Bamberg.
Banbury.
Banbury's
down by Warsaw.
Bamburgh. It's in North. That's where it's where Northumberland is.
Right. So, what it is, you know what it is at the day, right? Back in the day, and everything that, right? When the Vikings at the day from Norway in the day used to come to England, they came through that they came through Northumberland.
Yeah, that was their
Yeah, and worked their way down, because at the end of the day, that Norway at the end of the day is not too far. Norway's not too far away from Scotland.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Not too far away from Scotland, really. So basically, when it's to come to England, they need to come through Northumberland and work their way down to sort of like, places like Sussex and places like that, and they massacred all these people and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? But they used to come through Northumberland, because what it is at the Gaelic language at the day is a language at the day that's mixed with Scandinavian. It's mixed with Scandinavian and that. Because because some parts of Scotland that you are, and I think that
Irish talk Gaelic as well.
Yeah, because some parts of Scotland where you are, and I think that right, they can literally hold a conversation with somebody from Norway speaking Scandinavian. Because it's all very, very similar. And then obviously when the English they conquered obviously Scotland and thing that Scotland, they cut out all that. You couldn't speak Gaelic anymore. You know what I mean?
Still got it. See, Wales.
Yeah.
When you go to Wales, Wales have got their language as well. They speak English, but they've got their native language as well. They've got the Welsh accent. They've got when you go to Wales, they've got signs saying the direction of the place, and they've got it in English and they've got it in Welsh as well. So Welsh still speak proper Welsh.
Because when you go,
that's pretty. That's very interesting, because you would have thought that everyone just speaks straight. Everyone just speaks English.
No.
And that's the way it is.
There's some parts of Wales that you go to and everything that, right? And they literally just speak that Welsh language, and you cannot, as an Englishman, you cannot understand them.
No,
you cannot.
I understand. No, trust me. I understand what you're saying. I know. When I used to work for FIFA, we did. Well, FIFA not directly did an event, but Leeds came over for DC United, a DC United like friendly. Okay, they did Leeds United did a tour of America, mini tour, and when they played DC United, obviously a lot of Leeds fans came over, and when the Leeds fans came over, they speak English, but it was some of the hardest English for me to break down.
Yeah, because it's tough, man. They miss out words. You know what I mean? And they miss that word, and it's they'll say like go up road. You know what I mean? Not like going up the road. They go up road.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And they'll say it like that, and you think, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
I just want to make sure I wasn't alone on that. I just want to make sure I wasn't alone on that.
What about the yam yams, man? I hate that. What about the yam
yams?
Well,
yampy.
Oh yeah. What? Do you know that?
You sound like you're from Birmingham, though.
No, I'm not from Birmingham.
You sound like it, though.
Have I got a Birmingham accent? Yeah,
I thought you was from Birmingham, though.
I'm from Birmingham.
Hey,
were you born and bred in Milton Keynes?
No, I was actually born. My dad, he's actually from Leicester.
Right, okay.
My dad's from Leicester. I was born in Milton Keynes, but my dad's from Leicester.
Right.
My mum's from the West Indies.
Okay.
Was it Barbados?
Wow. St. Kitts and Nevis.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah. Lovely place. Lovely place.
I was about to say, beautiful place. Beautiful.
And my dad's from Leicester, but I was born in Milton Keynes. But my dad's got like that. My dad's got like that kind of like Midlands accent, because Leicester's not really far. But Leicester's not really far from Birmingham, really.
Yeah.
It's about 30 miles, maybe.
Yeah, you're more close. You know what? Leicester's more closer to Nottingham than what is Birmingham. You know. Yeah, it's more close to Nottingham. Do you know what I mean? From there.
So we'll all have to. How about we all link up in Dublin then this year or next year?
If they get to the finals at the end of the day in Dublin, which I think they will anyway. Yeah, I think they will. I'm going.
What's that?
Don't we have to be part of the member?
Listen, there's sites at the day. They got this site called comparethetticket.com, and you can get tickets off there. Yeah. And they're legit. They're literally legit tickets.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
You know, there's for the right price, anybody.
Would you come over?
You might be a Reds fan for the right price.
Would you come over to watch the final?
Oh, I'm going for sure.
Yeah.
I'm going. I already told my parents and everything that I'm going over there just so they know in case I end up staying, you know, they know where to forward my mail.
listen. When you come to England, link any of the man them, yeah, and we'll look after you, man. We'll look after you.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
We'll make sure that you looked after and
Is it that
you
far?
enjoy your stay. You know what I
Me
mean?
and Uncle Rods don't live that far from each other.
Yeah,
There's that link there, so we're not far from each other.
yeah.
All right.
Where are you from? You're
Yeah.
from Berkshire.
Me?
Yeah, where do you live? Berkshire.
No, I live Bedfordshire.
So there you go. It's not that far from me. So we can.
Yeah, no.
That's if we get to the final. We need to get to
Yeah.
the
Nah,
final
man.
first.
We'll pop a bottle or two of these or something.
Yeah, man.
I don't drink.
Oh, we'll pop it. You don't have to drink it. You just spray it around or something.
I'll just drink.
Yeah, I'm feeling that. But no, I don't drink either, you know, solely, you know.
Nah, I don't drink at all.
I don't drink at all. No, I don't drink alcohol myself. I don't drink alcohol.
I never did.
This
You know
is
what I mean?
It's all right. It's not alcohol.
Nah, if you want to drink good, man, I don't care.
Okay,
I've never drank. I tried it. I think when I was about 16, I tried a beer and I didn't like the taste, and I never went back. That was it. I just don't like the taste. I don't smoke. Never smoked weed, nothing like that.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
was boring with all my friends. Always said I was boring because they drunk. No, I never. But I don't care.
Toto, do you drink?
No.
No. Oh, okay. Oh wow, I feel like I'm a bad influence now.
all my friends drink. All my friends drink and smoke. All my friends do drink and smoke. So you know, it's one of them. I just don't like it. I don't see the point in it.
Hey.
I'd rather save my money for something else, invest in something, you know.
Yeah, hey, there's no reason to get involved in any of that stuff if you can help it. So,
But my
No,
dad
I
don't
used to.
support Leicester.
My
dad doesn't
I
support
used to
Leicester,
drink.
by the way. He doesn't support Leicester. He doesn't
Who?
support Leicester. My dad doesn't support Leicester. I'm just saying, my dad's from Leicester.
oh, okay.
You know
okay.
who he supports?
It's Arsenal.
Yes. No,
Rascal.
not Arsenal. No way.
Oh, okay, all right. I was gonna say, man.
He got
What
three
did he support
clubs,
there?
yes. Well, he lives in Leicester. That's not far from Birmingham. So who does he support?
Oh, Birmingham City.
No, the dirt. Forget it.
Aston Villa.
Yeah, he's Aston Villa fan. My dad is.
Hey, it's a good side, you know.
Yeah, my dad's a Villa fan.
Yeah, it's a good side. Good side.
Because
They
he's from
got
Leicester,
pedigree.
all them sides, and
You know-
he's from them sides.
Yeah.
My dad's a Peaky Blinder, probably.
I like it.
Peaky Blinders, Birmingham, innit? But my dad's Leicester.
Yeah.
I
So
like
it's
it.
not that far.
Nah.
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna say this last part, and then I'm gonna bounce. But like, I am hopeful that Virgil does take on the armband. Look, it means it's a bigger significance as a black man. It's a bigger significance to me because considering that there's only been two black captains of Liverpool. Okay,
John Barnes.
John Barnes and Paul Ince, right? So,
Yeah.
So
Well, Paul
those are the only
is
two.
not black, really. Paul is not black, really.
Oh,
He's
okay.
black. What's this? So
Okay.
what's
No,
his
no,
point then?
no,
Okay.
what I'm trying to say,
Let's
in the
move on
day,
from
bro.
that. Let's
He's a
move on
bounty.
from that. Let's
He's a
move
No,
on.
no, what I'm trying to say in the day is, well, you know what I'm saying anyway.
He's a
Yeah.
bounty.
Let's
Yeah,
move on
he's
from
a
that. Let's just
raccoon.
say, you know,
I got you.
let's move on from that. But all the same, let me say this.
I'll call them bounties.
Let me say this. They want Barnes, Ince, and then I think Barnes became the captain again. So technically, there's only been 3 times that
You cut me up in all.
black man has been elected to wear the armband. Virgil van Dijk,
So bad.
who wears
so
number
bad.
4. But wait, hold on. Let me land, because this is a meaningful thing to me, at least. I know,
Yeah, go on.
but
I'm gonna beat him in a minute, you know. I'm gonna beat him, you know.
Virgil van Dijk, who is
Yeah.
number 4, okay, will be technically the 4th black man to wear the armband. It's just symbolic, almost in a sense. It's kind of
No. It is. I was just laughing at the way you said. Yeah, I was just laughing at the fact that let's move on.
yeah. Come on. Come on now.
You crack me
That
up, you
fucking
know.
killed me. That killed me.
You crack me up, man.
12 man wasn't having it, you know. It wasn't,
That is
12 man was not having it at all.
Nah.
He was, you know, oh, listen, you know who was talking about, you know what I was talking about the other day? We was talking, remember 12 man, we was having that conversation the other day backstage, and we was talking about Jesse Lee Peterson, and we was talking about him.
Yeah, sure.
Basically, no, he's like him. He's like him then.
Okay, well now it makes sense.
Yeah, he's like him. He's like him.
Okay, but all the same, yes.
Yeah. It'd be good. It'd be good to see Virgil and they sort of like there and they representing. Do you know what I mean? Because you know what it is. I say it and they like I can see where you come from, 12 man. Because what it is, it's about representation. You know what I mean? You want to see somebody and then they that looks like you and they, you know, in control and something like that. Do you know what I mean? Because you don't see it so much. You know what I mean? So it'd be really good at the day to actually see somebody that looks like you, that's in control and of one of the biggest, the biggest team in the day in Europe, if not one of the biggest teams in the world.
Right. Madrid.
Yeah, of course it is.
Madrid, yeah.
No, and it's not an easy thing. It's not an easy mantle to hold. That's my point. You have to have a lot of resolve because, I mean, look, I'll say it. I've said it time and time again. What Mo Salah has done for instance, for Muslims and for Islam in Liverpool is immense. I mean, like as in there's a lot of backlash, a lot of this ugliness that goes on with the fact that he's just because of his religion might differ from a lot of the people that call Liverpool home or represent Liverpool in general. But there's been a lot of like mentioning of the fact that there has been a difference, yes, and it's a different conception of your on doings with other Muslim, or as a Christian dealing with Muslims, for instance, or as a Buddhist dealing with Muslims, whatever the case might be. You're going to have a different attitude or appearance or interpretation somewhat because Mo Salah is a righteous person in his faith. So was Mane. And when you have people like that, it bridges, it can numb you, and it can almost like, at least allow for you to take off the stereotypes, take off the prejudices that some people hold and everything else. And it makes you look at things in a more open scale. And that's why I say something like a Virgil van Dijk, who I think is an amazing ambassador for the club, but I would like to see him take on that role. And that's my personal take on it. I understand.
One thing I was saying, one thing I'll say before I bounce is that I remember the time in the day when Mo Salah and that there's Chelsea fans in the day and stuff was like having a dig at him about, being a Muslim and this and that and digging. So what happened now? And I think that when they come to Anfield now, Did you see what Mo Salah done? He scored that worldie. He scored like a worldie or sort of like curler. He just got the ball and he just held it top bin. You could have two goalkeepers and they weren't going to save it. And did you see the pose that he did when he put his foot like that? He put his foot up in there and he had his hands like that. I thought that was quality. He did that right in front of the Chelsea fans.
I actually have that picture. I know exactly what I had that picture. I know exactly what you're talking about.
That was quality.
It really is important. I think it's. I know we're going way over time, but I think it really is important that those kinds of things are important, and it brings, like you're talking about me being positive. You're talking about me like wanting to unify things. Like this is an instance. Look, I have the voice of the believers for a reason. Like there's so many. There's a growing sense of doubters amongst us, and that growing sense of doubters is what you've seen in the Arsenal fan base. It's what you watched on TV. I know I'm talking about Uncle Rod's boy, but his channel, like no shade towards him, but they publicized. It was to the point where it got so bad that there was parts and points where they were at their own matches and they were like. They're screaming, "Get AFT out of our club!" And I would never want to see that for our Reds.
Are you about the Arsenal fans?
Yes, talking about Arsenal fans.
Yeah.
AFTV. I saw that on AFTV.
You're right.
I remember
They're
when Wenger was
they're
there.
about to they're about to come to blow. Like looked like they're ready to like fight type deal. You know.
They did one time, and I think that one time, it's a couple of years back, is that Robbie and his nephew
Mhm.
and a few others, was that
You know
sort
Robbie,
of like,
you know Robbie, don't you?
I know him very well. I
That's
know him
what I was
very, very,
referencing as his boy.
I know him
Yeah.
very well. So anyway, Robbie and his nephew and a few others were an Arsenal game and everything. And you know what? Robbie obviously interviewed people after the game and stuff, right?
Right.
There's a section of Arsenal fans in there that didn't really like AFTV for some reason. And they rushed him. They literally, these guys, and they rushed Robbie and that. Do you know, rushed him. His own fans rushed him. I thought, look at that now. That's what I'm trying to say.
Right.
The day and the day, our fan base and they gets like that and everything like that is a day and the day that I walk away because I think to myself, no, I'm not going through that. Do you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, right?
That'll be a bad time.
Yeah, it was just whinging after whinging after whinging. And you know what makes me laugh? This what really makes me laugh, right? Yeah. These Arsenal fans today have got the audacity to say it and everything like, right? Oh, you know what I mean? Because I don't like Liverpool and them because they moan too much, they whinge too much and everything like that. But they are the biggest whingers. They are the biggest whingers out and everything that, right? And because they ain't got nothing, they can't throw no shade on us. They could never throw no shade on us about anything. No. They pick these little things at the day that are simply not true and everything that. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
But the actual sort of like fan base at the day, right? Arsenal's fan base at the day is dysfunctional. It's literally dysfunctional. Do you know what I mean?
Certain. That's the reason why I'm Hammer. Do you know? Did you see the clip by any chance, Hammer?
What?
Okay, the clip we're talking about is like. There's a clip where they're coming outside of the Emirates. I think it was at the Emirates, right?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
They're leaving the Emirates, and it was like outside the Emirates, and you know, and they just got there's a mob that just surrounded them, and I know the football terrorist did a piece on it, and he was up in arms about it because it is disgusting to see because you know you're speaking about friends of your colleagues and everything else. You don't want to see that ever happen. I wouldn't want to see that happen, despite my disdainment for Arsenal. However, what I'm more like cognitive of is I don't want to see that happen to our fan base, and I do see fragments, little fragments of that in our fan base. I see, just like you're saying again, like you're talking about being positive. I see people that have maybe there's other things going on in their lives, you know, maybe they have, you know, personal issues with their family or their work or themselves or wherever it is, or maybe there's just a-holes just from the gate. But I mean, like realistically, like you have these people that they start to project it out, and that projection starts to spread like cancer, you know, and quite often you'll see these things like and you'll notice, and it'll be like, wait a minute, this anger, this hatred, this you know, division, it wasn't started by a troll. It wasn't started by a rival. It was started by someone that you call a brother or a sister of you know? And that's where I'm like, wait a minute, where are we going with this? And that's why, like, you know, there's so many different little bits and pieces of this mission of why and what you Solo, Hammer, Uncle Roz, all you guys are doing, and myself especially, with the voice I'm trying to say, with the voice of the believers. But all the same, I'm saying that we do need to keep mind of where this can end up if we're not careful, you know.
I agree.
Place where we
agree 100%.
Right.
I agree.
There's a part and point when, like, I see a fellow red and I'm happy. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Look, I don't want to get to the point where I'm going to be like, oh, wait a minute, am I going to go to this guy and he's going to be like, you know, combative, or he's going to, like, you know, be disruptive in his attitude towards me just because I'm pro this or I'm pro or I'm anti. We can all have a voice, we can all have an opinion, but like when we start like to really take it to the level where we, like, you know, crap on our own players or never give them a chance to actually even perform for us, like we all want silverware, right? You know, and I've seen plenty of people just continuously like just crap on our own players and put that negativity out in the universe, and it's like sitting and I'm like, these players have families. These players have social media. They see what we're saying. They see those things. And then we sit there and wonder, like, oh, well, why can't we get big players to come to Liverpool? Or why can't we get this world-class player to get to Liverpool? Look, and last time I looked, there's no like sunny beach in Liverpool. There's no like, it's not like 24/7 sunshine or anything like that. You don't have like the nightclubs of Barcelona or anything like that. You have to have a warmth, a love, a continuity amongst the base of people that are in that city and a part of the fans for you to resonate and bring these players in to make you feel like, oh, I'm going to someplace where I'm going to be possibly not only a legend, but a welcomed legend.
Yeah. Yeah, no. The thing is about it, I think, just to close it up, because I've got about 8% of my back.
For sure.
Just to close it up, I think that's what we were saying the other day. You may not agree with someone's opinion, but understand how they got there. Do you know what I mean? And agree to disagree. It's simple. It's very simple to do. Agree to disagree and everything that. But like, always understand how that person got to that point of what he's saying. You know what I mean? You may not agree with it, but you may understand that how he got there. Do you know what I mean? And agree to disagree and everything. I think sometimes at the day, some of us in the fan base and we're so ready to bite somebody's head off because they don't share the same opinions as us.
Yeah.
If everybody had the same opinion, right, the world will be a boring place.
Sure.
It will be a boring place and that.
Yeah.
So if you can I've debated with 12 Man before and everything that, right. I didn't agree with some of the things that he opinions that he had, and neither did he agree with some of the opinions that I had. But what we did at the day, we found a common place at the day where we understood how I understood how he got to that point, and he understood how I got to that point and everything that, and we agreed to disagree, which made it one of the best debates that we had. Everybody was talking about it. Everybody was talking about the debate that we had. Do you know what I mean? And just for the record, at the day, I won that 12 Man. You know what I mean?
Was it that one about a few months ago? I remember that debate.
But that's the same, because he's got his point, and I've got my point, and for that, and what we did, and then for that, we actually put those 2 points together in there, and we discussed the pros and cons of it. Now, I didn't agree with most of the stuff he was saying, not most, but some of the stuff he was saying, and he didn't agree with some of the stuff that I was saying. But we came to an understanding that we agreed to disagree. And the most important thing that we did in the day, right, was we kept it respectful. We kept it respectful at all times and everything that. So that made good at the day for a really good debate and everything that. So much that I told you at the day, I told you too at the day, right? Debating with 12 Man is contagious. You get hooked. You get hooked, Seriously, you get hooked.
Listen, I've watched his podcast, I've admired him from afar.
And I appreciate that.
And that's why I had him on here. He came in and I let him in.
I appreciate you having me on your podcast. I appreciate.
I like talking to him.
No,
that's
the whole thing about it.
He's a nice guy.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can see in someone when the way they talk if they're genuine or if they're fake, whatever.
Oh, absolutely. No, trust me. I can definitely be. I can. There could be a Kanye version of me every once in a while where I can be an.
Everybody got that,
But what I can say is this.
See, with me, if I'm going to debate with someone, if I feel like with me, if I know I'm going to kick off with someone, right, I won't kick off on the video. You'll see me. I'll just disappear for about a week and cool down, then I'll come back.
Okay.
So I know if I stay there, I know I'm just going to say something stupid. With me,
that's
I'll back up and say, I'll see you later.
Yeah.
See you in 2 weeks' time when I come back.
Sorry to cut you guys. Sorry to cut you guys. But listen, Solo, thanks for having me on because I've got to go now because I've got 7%. Listen, thank you ever so much for having me on your show tonight. And
all good, man.
We've got to link up soon. You don't live that far from me, need to link up. I can't believe you're so close to me.
Yeah, man, come down, Luke, and eat some food or something like that. Eat some food and reason. So listen.
We could do a video together while I'm at your yard.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Real facts.
I can't believe how you post and you
everybody subscribe to Solo and Total Hammer's channel. Subscribe, like, and subscribe.
And 12 man.
And 12th man and everything that. Not forgetting 12th man. So, but these guys here and they are doing very, very hard work and everything that, right? And what people don't understand, it's very hard to bring content all the time to keep you lot interested in that. So all we ask for is just to support and it's to like and subscribe if you haven't subscribed and everything. These guys are brilliant guys and everything that, right? Got a lot of love for these guys. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. 12 man's always on my panel debate show. Do you know what I mean? I'm also always rocking with Solar and rocking with Toto and for that. Anytime they need me, I am there. You understand what I'm saying? But so everybody like and subscribe to their channel, show them some love, give them some support. Do you know what I mean? And stuff. And for Uncle Rod, I'll probably be later on doing a show later on, probably, if not to Thursday, if not today, probably Friday. But we have got the panel debate show on Saturday evening, and it's gonna be a special one because it's the Jordan Henderson special. So it's a special show. Cool. Hopefully, fingers crossed, I should have Coppish Can on there as well because he said he wanted to come on as well. So
that'd be nice.
So yeah, man. So listen.
What about Drifty, man? You should try and get Drifty on there.
Yeah, I'm gonna try, but sometimes it's hard to catch him still. But listen, guys, they love all you guys. Love all you guys a bit. And listen, love and respect and everything that to everybody. Love and respect to Solar. Love and respect to Total Hammer. Love and respect to 12th man and everybody in the chat and everybody that's through this. Love and respect. With that, I'm out. Love and respect, man. Love and respect.
Guys, I'm gonna sign out. Bye bye. See you 12, man.
See you later, man.
Total.
Leclerc has that inside line. Perez goes off the track. Comes the chicane. Off goes Leclerc.